dreams are made. This is how.
Salute. Man, oh man. Listen, happy Sunday to everybody. Bambi, salute. Jess, salute. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Hey, Sin, what's good? Salute. Man, listen, we got a great one ahead of y'all in store for y'all tonight. Y'all know, it's been a long time coming. Nicole, salute. Hey, Splash, salute. Listen, y'all know it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute since I've been live and been, going at it. And I promise to keep bringing y'all bigger and bigger guests and getting us exposed to bigger platforms. This individual that I'm about to introduce, right? I can't say but I'm gonna say this, right? Elevator salute. This individual is not only iconic, is extremely influential in hip hop. You probably never heard me say this before, but is one of my, one of the people that I look up to when it comes as far as podcasting and running your own deal and things of that nature. We all want to get to the point where we're our own boss, we run our own deal and we're doing our own thing and so on and so forth. And nobody ain't got that thumb on us no more. This person has revolutionized this thing we call hip hop and on the reggae scene. Reading up on some things. He's tremendously well versed and diverse in reggae as well. Bambi, salute. So what I'm gonna do, hey Desiree, salute. What I'm gonna do, right? Before I bring this, I'm gonna bring this individual up, right? But we're gonna do things just a little bit different for this interview. Super salute. What we're gonna do is we're gonna give him his flowers right out the gate. And then we'll get on with the interview and so on and so forth. So do me a favor. I need y'all to help me give a super warm welcome to the legendary, extraordinary Mr. iHeartRadio, Mr. 98.3. None other than Big Fence. What's good, fam? What's good? We got Big Fence in the house, man. We can't hear you though. We still can't hear you. Uh-oh. Salute. RP, salute, fam. Now we still don't hear you. I don't know if you and don't say your mic is muted. Now your mic is muted now. Yeah, little technical difficulty. While he get his microphone situated, right? While he get his sounds and stuff situated, this is what we're gonna do, right? Whenever we get somebody legendary, like I said, we're gonna give him his flowers straight up front. He has no clue what we got planned for him. He has no clue that we go above and beyond over here. So I want him to sit back for a second and just reminisce back in the days when we used to sure enough give it up. We used to go to parties and some of your favorite rappers, they used to come around us and embrace us young individuals that was out there really in the streets getting a serious amount of papers. So with that being said, there's some legendary spots in New York. Man, you can talk about the Tunnel, you can talk about the Q Club, you can talk about plenty spots. But I'm gonna take him back a little further, man. I'm gonna take him back to the essence, to kind of where it all began. And what I did was we put together something for him, his own personal anthem. So here we go. Let me drop this real quick.
98.3 BPME. Big Fence in the building. Real radio.
Yeah, turn it loud. Listen. Y'all turn up in the chat for me, man. We here.
the culture, lived on the block, every corner had a DJ, rocking non-stop, boom boxes blasting, shell toes flashing, everybody outside, nobody just passing. Now fast forward, look what we found, big fence holding down the underground sound. Independent artist finally got a lane, cause he built a platform and he changed the game from hip-hop to reggae. He give respect equally, real conversations, that's how it's supposed to be, not following trends. He create the wave, another culture builder that the streets help raise. Yeah, big fence, the voice of the culture. 8.3 BPME, bringing the future. Big fence, the people know the name. Independent radio, keeping music in the game. Big fence, the culture stay alive. 24/7, keeping real radio thrive. 98.3 BPME, the sound, the sound, the sound. Molly Mall drums. Knocking through the speaker, Cool G rap stories made the hustlers deeper. Biz made us laugh, came towards style, and Big Fence keeping that tradition alive. Every interview, every artist he support, another dream moving further up the court. No gatekeepers, no fake hype, just real talent, getting real mic time. iHeartRadio streaming around
Mic
the
check.
globe, from the city streets
How that
to
sound,
Rome,
Chip?
the
Let me
mission,
get you.
Sit down.
the formula
You
pure.
might have me now.
Independent, that's what legends endure. Let's go. Big Fence, the voice of the culture. 8.3
Chip Low, can you hear me?
in the future. Big Fence, the people know the
Turn
name.
me up.
Independent radio, keeping music in the game. Big Fence, the
Can you hear me now, Chip?
24/7, keeping real radio.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I got you, Chip. What's happening? I definitely got you, King. I'm in the building with you, man.
Listen, we're in the building, man. Y'all already know, man. We turning all the way up. Listen,
Way up.
it's not too many times, there's not too many people that can get radio personalities or things like that on a platform. So we're honored to have you as a guest. We are also honored that you featured us on one of the episodes of your show. So
Oh, it's crazy. It was crazy, Chip Low. Crazy.
again, for those who don't know who you are, let them know exactly who you are, and then we'll get on with the interview, man.
Y'all already know it's your boy Big Fence, man. New York born and bred. Born and raised in Queens, grew up in the Boogie Down Bronx. Related to some of the most dopest artists out there in the game. Shout out to Polo, shout out to G-Rap, shout out to Jazzo, shout out to you, Chip Low, shout out to the whole family, you know what I'm saying? The Low Lives, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn, Wingate, Bed-Stuy, Marcy, Thompson. I mean, we go way up in there, man. Kendricks and the whole nine, man. But right now, a lot of people outside of New York may not know me that are starting to get to know where we are in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We're also the CEOs of 98.3 BPME. Me and my wife, she does all the technical stuff today. I just get on there and run these lips. I get on there and get it done. You know what I mean, Chip?
No doubt, man. Listen, shout out to everybody. Shout out to New York Nikki. I see you. The Boss Way, Annette. Salute. Oh man, there's so many people came in. Rochelle, you already know. Real One Alert. Salute. Appreciate your Mars Squad. Trooper 69, moderator of all moderators. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Listen, jam-packed house. Listen, just know we're gonna blow the roof off on this one, man.
You already know, Chip. You already.
Also, with your permission, what I would like to do is we have several content creators in the chat. I mean, some really good. The team, my team is filled with content creators. So,
Facts.
Opening up the floodgates so that they're able to ask, questions, shout out their channels, so on and so forth. With permission, during the segment, we'll give them that leeway. So, again, if you want to shout your channel out, have any questions for Big Fence, or maybe you want to get featured on iHeartRadio, one particular shape, form, or fashion one day.
Facts.
Big Fence the person you want to go through, man. So, Fence. Calamity Jane, salute. See, my team, they showing up, man.
They flooding the gate.
I appreciate the team, man. Listen, y'all definitely are showing up and showing out, and I really, really, truly appreciate y'all, man. Let's get it going. So, let me pull up some of these questions, man, because okay.
We can freestyle it, Chip Low, whichever way you want to go with it, man.
Now, some of this stuff I want to know myself as a fan. See, my thing, a lot of the people that I interview, I'm truly a fan. first and foremost, outside of everything, people might have looked up to some of the things I did when I was younger, whatever the case would be.
Right.
But when I get to run into individuals who did it another way than I did it,
Right. Mm.
I always like to build and find out, this other way. So we're gonna take a Gen X. I see you. Salute. All right. So tonight we got somebody special in the building. This brother right here, he represents real radio, the real culture, the real people. When we talk about independent radio, when we talk about platforms that give artists a real shot, 98.3. Shout out to Big Fence, man. Listen, man, this man deserves all the respect. Everything that you're seeing is streaming on iHeartRadio. Listen, he's bringing hip hop and reggae interviews and independent talents to the forefront. Family, please make some noise for Big Fence, and let me get right into these questions. Big Fence, how you feeling tonight, King? How's your day going?
King, one thing I got to say, salute to you for having me. You know what I mean? For opening up these pearly doors for me to come through and voice my point of view. And thank you for recognizing me, you know what I'm saying? Not just as a company, but as a brother, you know what I mean? A brother, which we are collectively, man, is still employing your fans and your listeners the opportunity to see us collectively grow, man. Thank you for having me on your show, Triplo, man. You dig, King?
We are on it. We are on it. Shout out to Harlow. Harlow, we see you, fam. Salute. Like I said, I got a bunch of content creators there, and I know they just biting at the chop like, yo, listen, we want to. They got some questions. They definitely got some questions. They want to shout out their channels and all that other stuff. Please feel free to network. It is up, definitely up from here. So let me see. This interview right here has been way overdue. I should have been, got it off the gate, but
yes, sir.
Because the work you've been putting out for the culture, people see it, and one thing I respect, you stay consistent. That's something that this platform stands for, real heavy. All right. Let's talk. Well, let's take it all the way back for a second. Before the station, before the interviews, before the platform, who was Big Fence growing up?
Wow. Big Fence was Gary Purdy growing up in Corona, Queens. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody out of Corona. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of family that's in the game. Like I said, shout out to G-Rap. You know what I mean? Shout out to LL, lived around because grandma lived around the corner from us. Kid and Play, Ronnie Tough, Herbie, Love Bug, Salt and Pepper. You know what I mean? Small change that managed a little bit of everybody. Shout out to Ronnie Tough. You know what I mean? That did LL's, consecutive last few albums, before his career, melted down going into acting. Shout out to him as well as Herbie. But, me growing up in Corona, you know what I'm saying? My first whiff of this thing, man, was King Charles, which is a cousin of mine who had one of the biggest sound systems in Queens. And the Disco Twins, Robin and Reggie, Small Chains, DJ Smalls was one of the hosts, and the Disco Twins put me on to selling Franks. I must have been about 14 years old, but they was amazingly, technically DJs. Shout out again to all the cats that came through the park, the Cold Crush, the Grandmaster Flashes, the Melly Mells, the Furious Five, the leaders of the new school, Dinko, Main Sauce, Mikey D, that put Nas on, you know what I mean, in that situation, and everybody else. But growing up in the game, it was about fun, Chip. It wasn't about money. Everybody, our swimming pool, like I always say to people, a lot of people don't understand. Growing up in New York City, we really didn't have swimming pools. We had the fire hydrant. You get that can, cut that bottom open, and you out there in the water pump, and they're shooting across the street. That was our lifestyle, and that was the beginning of hip hop. Plugging them wires into those poles, and you got Cool Herc out there bouncing with these sound systems, and it just went from one thing to the next. Whereas a lot of people said this particular sound would not last a year. It turned out to be the biggest platform in the world for music. And it saved lives. It also can mess up lives. But if you get it for the right reason, the right constructive reasons, it can save lives.
That's a fact. Man, when did you realize that this a clippable moment, matter of fact? When did you realize that this ain't just a hobby? This was a purpose.
Well, shout out to Maroc. Maroc used to write all Puffy's material when Puff first started. That was one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with Maroc, I didn't even know he rapped. He was from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And he sat and told me one day, yo, there's a record that's on the radio and I wrote it for Puffy. I'm like, what you talking about? You wrote a song for Puff. He's like, seriously, I wrote the song. But he bought the image of what Maroc does. You know what I'm saying? So if Maroc was to make a song today, he would sound exactly like Puff because Puff kind of bought the image of the situation, but also put money in his pocket. So when I realized, me being 14 years old, and shout out to Dr. Bob Lee from WBLS, you know what I'm saying? Who I was still in junior high school, and we was hosting a talent show in my school in Queens, in Corona, Queens. And he was like, anybody that wants to get on this stage and help me host this show, come up. I was the first one out my seat, the first one on that stage. When he gave me that microphone to help him call up some of the brothers and sisters that was in 4th and 5th grade to, perform their little talents, I became a natural on the microphone. From there, I knew I had something special. Marley, Polo, which is Coogee rapper Polo, Polo was running with Ma. He put on Fritter Frost that did, the diss track on Run DMC when they first came out. And shout out to Fritter, he passed away. We all growing up in a community, not realizing that the world is about to change in the music business. Me and G-Rap used to hang out a lot. I wasn't no rap artist. I called myself rapping at one point. But when I went to like this cypher, they wasn't calling it a cypher back then. They were doing a lot of like events inside these bars where the cats come in there and get in the crew and everybody just one man after the next. G-Rap was smoking, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to G-Rap and like I said, a lot of other brothers that came out of East Elmhurst, Kid and Play, Herbie, Ronnie, and all the rest of the brothers. So when I finally realized I had a niche for something, I called myself getting on the microphone, hosting an event, Chip. I didn't realize the wordplay that would come out my mouth that would gravitate to people. And I realized something. You don't have to lie to be who you are on the mic. People will respect you naturally if you just tell the truth about something. It doesn't matter if you're getting on there introducing yourself as a new artist or a legendary artist. Shout out to a ton of the legendary artists. I could name 100 of them, but shout out to all of them because today's time, it's not about telling the truth. A lot of these cats are in the business to make money, so they're dumbed down and lie about something that they ain't got, Chip, until they get it. But back then, we talking about in the late 70s, King Tim III, you know what I'm saying? The Sugar Hill Gang. A lot of people don't know how that situation happened. I got a better idea because I got a chance to know who Big Hank and the rest of them was as human beings, even Africa Bambaataa, even a lot of your family, you know what I'm saying, from the low lives, shout out to Dark Low and the rest of y'all team, you know what I'm saying, especially, Lovok, that's my dude, you know what I'm saying, and the rest of the family down here in Georgia. But to make a long story short, when I grabbed that microphone, it did something to me. It made people look at me differently growing up from Corona and then moving to the Boogie Down Bronx over by Mount Haven Projects, over by Patterson. And then you got Forest Projects where Showbiz and AG and Fat Joe and a lot of other artists come from, but also that family over there. Shout out to DJ Robbie Rob that did 50 Cent Glass House. That's my cousin, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's so many family members in the business. Everyone is doing their own thing, but you got, like you said, you got to stay consistent. You got to believe in yourself. People are going to tear you down before they lift you up. And that's facts.
See, and I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, right? What's crazy is uh a lot of the legendary rappers and so on and so forth. When I go back and I listen to them songs now,
Right.
really was rapping about what we was physically like.
There
We
you
was
go.
in
Yeah.
certain places
Yep.
and in certain situations, and you're talking about we was teenagers, so
Yeah. I'll be Square Mall in Brooklyn.
they was telling the stories of some teenagers and
Right.
making it as if it was them. And, and shout out to them, man. Shout all the individual, all the rappers that made it, man.
Yeah.
The real ones, they gave us credit, and every
Right.
now and then you'll see us, clips of us in shows, and
Mhm.
they still reach out to this day
Yep.
when they're doing a back in the day scenes for
Absolutely.
wardrobe.
Absolutely.
This is a fact.
Shout out to the Rafi kids too.
Yeah, we man, it's I could tell we got some deals on the table right now that is I'm just waiting. My hands
Right.
is contractually I can't really speak on it, but I'm just saying some huge things in the works, and this time it's gonna fit us all in because
I know that.
other people shopped us. They they threw us
Right.
deals, and it's just the numbers wasn't enough to fit us all in. So
Right.
now we here, we arrived, and they giving us all the credit. What up, Al? What's good,
Absolutely.
man? Salute. So let's talk about one of the most important things. See, it's one thing,
Mhm.
iHeartRadio, you blah blah
Right.
blah. It's
Right.
another thing when you
Right.
own your
Right.
own. So
Right.
98.3
Right.
BPME, the sound. How
Right.
did that vision come together?
Wow. I'm gonna tell you this, Chip. A lot of people don't know. They looking at me now, but see, when you don't know something and you hear it for the very first time, we don't believe it until the story constantly gets repeated. There was a thing called internet radio, right? Which was formed in 2003. And the creator of that, you're looking at him, Big Fence. I went to school for computer programming in New York. And next door to the Apollo Theater held some office space. And I got with Doc, who managed the backstage of the Apollo Theater, because I had an idea in my head. I was in my mother's kitchen in the projects, messing around with those old computers, the hospital computers, the big old back towers, the monitors weigh like 100 pounds. I figured out how to create that USB mic and housing unit for a visual to transition through it where you can see that algorithm of a person on a computer. I already figured out how to play music through a computer and understand bandwidth. Shout out to Don DeMarco and a lot of other people. Africa Bambaataa had 32 of New York's dopest top-notch DJs, from Reggie Wells from 98.7 KISS on and on. When I created it, I had the 32 DJs in the Apollo. They had their own time slots, but everyone that would come up there would say, "What is it?" I was like, "It's internet radio." It was called Von Fence Radio. It's still on YouTube. If you type it in, you'll see scenes from 30 years ago, way before iHeart, way before. It was during the time where we only had YouTube, and YouTube was just beginning. My only problem was, and I don't regret it, I didn't copyright it because I was ahead of my time. But I've employed the whole entire New York City. And from there, I began building these internet radio stations for people in different cities. Shout out to the Rough Riders, shout out to Dean, he passed on us. But, I helped Artie and DNY and the rest of them to develop their internet radio stations. And it went on and on and on. But I've always remained like that silent dude in the background because I knew one day, Chip, it was going to be another algorithm that would come forward after everyone would begin learning what was going on. Even like Live 365 that came behind me. A lot of them used to come to the station. Shout out to Tatiana Taylor, the dancer. Cool Breeze brought her to me when she was about 17 years old. I didn't know who she was. I didn't even know she danced. Look at her today. And if you was to ask her if she'd been to that station, even DMC from Run DMC, I mean, it was so many people that came through there, Chip, that did not understand that you can be seen on a computer. But here today, I said, I done been on terrestrial radio, which is FM stations. Even here in Atlanta, I moved from New York to Florida to Atlanta, end up on an AM station, tearing it up. You know, they normally do talk shows. I brought hip hop to AM in Atlanta. I've done artists, Young Jock, the list goes on. Snoop Dogg, I mean, the list goes on, Chip. But when you look at the pattern of radio, you know what I mean? It's not just being a DJ on radio. It's about creating something that can have a life for the rest of your natural life, such as internet. So a lot of people that was on terrestrial radio could not understand what internet radio was because they didn't know how to figure it out. You had to buy into bandwidth. You had to buy computers. You know, we used to go to Radio Shack and Sam Ash trying to find cameras that would work with that system, and nothing that they sold would work until Doc from that Apollo Theater, who was also the manager of the building of all those rooms where the backstage with Michael Jackson and everyone would change their clothes. I ended up renting that whole floor, and there was one room that had all this equipment in it that belonged to the Apollo Theater. And I kept telling Doc, if you run into something that looked like a little small camera, let me know. He ran into something, and it was an actual camera with a USB port on it, and it had no information about the camera. I plugged it in and figured it out, and it loaded up, and here we are at internet radio today. No, I didn't patent it. I would have been a quadrillionaire, but you know what? Maybe it wasn't meant for me to be the quadrillionaire. It was meant for me to be able to educate people when it comes down to understanding ownership of your own. You can tag into iHeart, you can tag into these organizations, but if you don't have a love to create something, it's such as what you're doing. It's still internet. You can, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on television, and it's going through an optowire, and it has some form of translation which shows us today visual. Today, we're using our phones, which have a camera. Some people are using their laptops, which have a camera. When we were creating this thing, there was no such thing of a camera attached to your computer or a camera attached to your cell phone. We used, remember them big old walkie-talkie phones, the army joints with that long antenna? That's what the music business was walking around here with. Looked like pocket knives, you know what I'm saying? So today, you know, educating people on the bandwidth, even like with iHeart, you know, when I got out of AM radio here, I said, I'm not going back to radio. I ain't going to do it unless I go to the top of the food chain line. It doesn't make sense for me to jump back into something and have to repeat 30 years all over again when I can jump into this situation and pick up from 50 years today and continue doing it and watching corporate America still try to figure me out. You know what I'm saying? Because just like they got these Waymo cars that ride around by themselves, and these bikes that ride around look like motorcycles, but they're bicycles. Technology in this music business is everything. You know what I mean? A lot of us are using AI. A lot of us is using different sensors to do different things. But if you do not incorporate it into your life somehow, especially if you create something today, patent it. This is something I learned. So here today now, We the owners and operators, black owned, of 98.3 BPME the sound. If it wasn't for my wife, who did some investigation, I would have never returned back to radio, because I was done with the fact that I want to own it. I don't want it to be owned by someone else that is going to benefit financially from it when we are the original creators of something. So here we are today. We're not only radio, we got DJs in probably 7 states that got physical locations: Connecticut, New York, the DMV, LA, the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? We're putting one here in Atlanta. You know, we got St. Louis popping up. We had Florida lockdown. So these locations is where there's physical stations of DJs that own their own setups and situations. What I do is everyone that comes aboard, I tell them what type of equipment to buy, and I teach them how to use that equipment to be able to be seen and heard properly. And I tell them, listen, there's 2 things you can do. You can make the dirty version of a record, and you can only use it on a club stage. Or you can make the clean version of the record, and it can play on the radio. You want to sell something. It's cool to do the profanity thing, but there's a lot of children that listen to radio as well. I'm not saying you dumbing down. You're just being smart about your money. When you want to turn up in a nightclub on that negative aspect side, you can do that. But when you're looking to have your records played on radio, I don't care if it's iHeart, Odyssey, TuneIn, Alexa, or whatever platform, as long as you got your metadata about your records, such as your BMI, your ASCAP, your publisher, your CSAC, whoever you are part of is in order. You got your Library of Congress situation locked in. You got your soundstage information locked into that record. And it gets placed on a station like this. We're not just a station. We're licensed. We're monetized. You know what I'm saying? Where what plays in that back office gets a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't understand the difference between your record being played in the mix on the radio versus your record just being played by itself. And for us to be able to do that and offer that privilege to the world, it's amazing. So, like I said, if it wasn't for my wife, Chip, I would have jumped back into it. I'd have continued building a construction company. You know what I'm saying?
2 things I need you to do for me, my brother.
You got
One,
it, Ken.
I need you to explain that process of your songs being played just in a rotation, and
Right.
your songs, you know, to where you're monetizing, you're getting a couple dollars over your song. The other thing I
Okay.
want to explain is I'm looking in your background, right? See, me, I'm a nosy individual. I'm from the hood. Listen, is that a platinum record? See, and what did you receive?
That's one of them.
Huh?
Yeah, that's one of them. That record, you know the group, Do the Stinky Leg,
man.
the GS Boys.
Yeah, we know the
Do
group.
Stinky
Do the Stinky
Leg.
Leg. It's a lot of
So-
people in the chat right now doing the Stinky Leg, man.
Yeah. So old boy Prince is a good friend of mine. And he's young. Prince is probably about maybe early 30s. And he did not know that his record he knew it was gold, but he had no knowledge of how to get it. You know what I'm saying? So being that I'm already attached to these organizations, you know, I pulled some cards, pulled some strings, and I presented him his own gold record. And I ended up with a copy of it up there. I've had, shout out to Kenny Scott, who passed away in New York. I had over 45 different platinum and gold records from legendary artists because of Kenny Scott. You know what I mean? But I gave them away when I was young because I didn't understand the value of that record. You know what I'm saying? It shares information with corporations that want to spend money with you. You know, they be like, oh, he's a gold artist or he's a platinum selling artist. That tells these companies, if they look up your metadata, they'll see in the RIAA that your record sold a substantial amount of copies. You know what I mean? It's a difference between that gold record and something that you receive from Spotify for 1 million spins. That is a different ballgame. Your record didn't sell 1 million copies. in those Spotify situations. It didn't go millionaire as far as platinum. It just shows the amount of people that either listen to it or it's spent for a certain amount of seconds. You know what I mean? To be able to equivalent 1 million downloads and spends. But if it was downloaded, it has to kick out a different process of a percent. You know, some of them kick out 2.0% per stream. A record used to be played on the radio, you're getting 3 to 5 cents. So the difference between your record being played on a licensed station versus an underground station, there are a ton of stations that are independent. They're just not as big as others, that they're actually licensed. But the problem is they may not know how to deal with the metadata. When let's say you make a record, Chip, you submit the record to me personally because I know you. Of course, I'm going to ask you questions about that record. Is that record a single? Is that single attached to an album? That means if it's a single, I need the name of the song and I need the name of the album that it's attached to, so that information is properly put in the system. Because when it was released by that record label, if you read the credits on that record, only 30% of those credits go into the system when it comes down to record is spinning. It needs the year that record was released. If you have the date, that's cool. It needs to know the name of the person that made that record. If that person is in a group of that record, if anything is misconstrued, it will not detect the record, but it can play on radio. 90% of these radio stations, they're not fair game, even though they're allowed to pay and to publish it. You know what I'm saying? But they're not putting all the metadata of these artists' new music off of their album with their new releases, because some of these records that they're playing on the radio that are off the album, they don't want to pay. If they're already paying you for one of your songs on their station, they'll play 3 of your cuts off of your album and don't put the correct information about your song. And if they play it in a mix, you definitely are not going to get paid for that record, because a mix, if you got 2 different records playing at the same time, Chiplo, the sensor can't detect which record is which record, so it goes non-void. They'll play both mixes. That's why you got people like DJ Funkmaster Flex, DJ Cluminati. You got a lot of DJs on radio, right? And they'll play a mix for 2 hours or 30 minutes or whatever. If they don't play the record to the end of the song, it will not get detected. If the record is metadata properly and put into the system, coded properly, and it plays to the last piece of that record, it will get picked up. And if it goes into rotation, if you hear the same 7 records on the radio all day long, those are the same records that is making a lot of money for the record label, because that record label has invested a substantial amount of money and they partnered into that radio station, you know, and they do it through commercialization. Meaning back in the days, if before they played your record, they'll play a commercial about your record. You know what I'm saying? Remember? It's a throwing a commercial. But today, you don't really hear too many commercials about a brand new record. Oh, you know, you hear the top artists, like you hear the Mary J. Blige, you hear the Whitney, you know, whoever that is as popular today, the Gorillaz or the Rick Rosses or the new Jay-Z or the new Kanye or the new Baby or the new whoever, or unless if it's a legendary artist, 10% of these legendary artists will not release music to radio. Why? Because it's a budget that they got this. There's a budget within them getting signed to a label that take maybe $300,000 out of that budget and present it to multiple radio stations that are BDS. And you got to remember, 80% of these radio stations own other radio stations. You see what I'm saying? Like you got 98.3 BPME the sound. Even though we're in Atlanta, we still own different channels in different cities. So all we have to do is send their record to those channels in those states. So now you hear that record in New York, Washington, North Carolina, even though you have a moms and pop station in North Carolina, and if it's not syndicated, you're going to only hear that record on that radio station because they're not syndicated to another city. And the thing about it is with iHeart and all these other engines, Chip Low, if it wasn't for those algorithms, all these BDS radio stations would have folded today because iHeart and Alexa has become the wheels, the engine to push these radio stations outside of the United States to be heard. Hot 97 would have never been heard in Atlanta if it wasn't for iHeartRadio. Even though you can hear a Hot 97 on YouTube or V1039 in Atlanta, a lot of these radio stations said to themselves, well, I don't want to lose our listeners that are here in our hometown. Because when these individuals travel, they want to hear their favorite station, right? All they got to do is just lock in with iHeart, Odyssey, Alexa, or something on that algorithm where they can continue hearing their station a 500,000 miles away. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing when you do have all the information. I'm gonna tell you, artists, there's artists out there that are listening. When you submit your record, to any radio station, I don't care if it's underground, overground, if it's the most popular radio station on the planet, it doesn't matter. The only thing you need to do is dress that information up and address the information properly. Put the name of that record. You spell the correct name that's on that record, and you put who made that record. If it's featuring Donovan and Fence, it should say featuring Donovan and Fence, not Fence record, because Donovan needs to be acknowledged as well. And when the record got signed and released, Donovan's name was on it. But Donovan doesn't get publishing because his name is not into the system. Everything has to add up. The name of that record, the date, the year that record was released. It's also good to send all the information about that record. Is it published? Is it licensed? What is your codes on it? So that this radio stations, which is now what we consider to be algorithms, it lines up because 80% of these, even if they're underground, they can still be attached to the organization that pays publishing for them. They're just paying them. They don't got to pay the artists. They're paying that algorithm because the algorithm has the deal with the corporations that are spending money for, with them labels. So if you don't have that information submitted properly and your record do get played, if you want to submit me a record, I tell you straight up, I don't got a problem taking the dirty version, but I'm not going to play it. I'll play it for me personally. I'll bump it in my car, I'll bump it in the yard or wherever, but not on radio. It's not because you can't rap or you can't sing, but it's the way the world turns. There are children listening to the radio station. If you're going to sit there and make a record and you ain't going to let your kid hear, then why am I going to let your children hear? If you're going to send me the dirty version, send me something that ears can listen to. People that are going to work, people that, whether you're in the church, your congregation, whether you Zulu, whatever you are, whether you in Inyeta or Arabic, whatever, people love music. And these corporations, where you're getting your checks from, they already understand metadata. You know what I'm saying? It's licensing. If you submit it to me, it can go somewhere else. Not just here for a paycheck, but it can end up in a movie. That's a whole different paycheck. It can end up in a commercial. They can take 30 seconds of your record and pay you $500,000 to do that because it's metadata properly. You ain't just send them a record and you did the old street thing. Oh, holla at your boy. Don't send them that. If you use a Chat GPT, tell Chat to draw up a nice little introduction about your record. And you just approve it, but send them the proper information, especially when you're sending it, even if you're sending it to an underground radio station. Because the underground radio station, believe me not, has more power than a station that is relevant today. Because everything that the underground station playing, the mainstream radio stations can't get their hands on it.
We got some questions in the chat for you. Someone's
Sure.
the Boss
Feel
Way,
free.
phenomenal artist, phenomenal. I mean, hits on top of hits. She did music for us. So her question is, what do you think about AI music, Vince?
I'm gonna be honest with you. AI has two sides. It can develop a look which would blow your mind. If you were the ugliest female on this planet, that generator will have you looking like you worth $1 billion in something that we call a man's thing. You know, like most men, we want to look at the physicality of a woman before we listen to her. AI will dress you up with an image that will not fail because you got 100,000 minds that's inside of that algorithm. And all you got to do is say, I need a black queen and she has to be such and such. It's going to do that. But if we do that in the real life, we got to send our artists to the gym. We got to buy clothes for her. We got to do all these things. And guess what? The algorithm ain't going to talk back to you. The algorithm that you created ain't going to argue with you. It doesn't care to make money or to be alive. It's something that we created. It's a mind thing. So if you take AI's music versus reality, you got to look at two things. I got guitars and stuff all over the place, right? On the other side of me. But here's the thing. You can take that same guitar on that wall right there, and I can play the strings, and I can tell AI the name of that guitar, and I want it to do its own thing. It's going to play something more correct, and it's going to select what it thinks I want. And 90% of the time, I'm going to pick something because I can't play it. It did it for me. And if it fits the algorithm of what I'm looking for, I'm going to use it. And 99% of the time, we're not going to tell people, oh, AI made the beat. Oh, my man did the beat. Do you know how many records I have received that are not a human being singing it, but it sounds better than the human being? It makes no mistakes. It doesn't argue with you.
I'm
So
glad you said that right now. Because while we've been here 47 minutes, right? We got a presentation for you. We need you sit on back. Let us shout out to Ghostface Keisha in the chat. You know, celebrity Miss Ghostface is in the chat.
Nice. That's Wu-Tang Ghost?
That's Ghostface Keisha. This is by far, when it comes to hip hop, especially in our sector, her, DGR, they're the legends of our sector per se.
All right, cool.
They're the ones that do a lot of the music, a lot of ins and outs of the industry, so on and so forth. They rubbing elbows with the right people. So we'll definitely make sure I shout their channels out and give them their credit. Who else I seen? I seen some other people in the chat. All right, but let me give you a presentation really, really quickly, and then I could get back into this interview real quick. Are you ready?
Talk to me.
Okay, here you go.
98.3 BPME. Big fence in the building. Real radio. Real people. Real music. Real black. Back when the culture lived on the block, every corner had a DJ rocking non-stop, boom boxes blasting, shell toes flashing, everybody outside, nobody just passing. Now fast forward, look what we found, big fence holding down the underground sound.
Now, all them tracks that we made, that we put together, that's just our wonderful AI sitting there doing what they do. That ain't listen, AI at its finest. But of course, we made sure we gonna get our damn credit, and we publish the song.
Absolutely.
But those songs is for you. You know, we anybody come up here as a guest, we always make them some form of merchandising. So the chains, the Wake Bake chain, I don't see Hustle Man in the chat, but Hustle Man make these chains. Oh,
nice.
You get the free chain, you get the medallion. and then he'll throw your QR code on the back, which will go directly to your website, so on and so forth, and people could do
Amazing,
whatever.
amazing. Thank you.
We'll make
Tell
sure
King thank you.
we got you, Vince. You know, what I mean, trust me, we got you. Man, shout out to all the legendary individuals that stopped by, that pulled up, and all that other good stuff. Get y'all questions ready. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the link. You know, so if y'all would like to come up here directly and ask them, you ain't gotta. You can come up under your avatar. I could care less. But if you want to ask Vince a question directly, shout your channel out, whatever the case may be. Here's your time to really do what you do. You know, I'm a firm believer in everybody getting a piece of the pie, I guess, per se.
Right. They can also ask me, Chip Low. They may say, can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, they can also ask if they're listening how to get their record on the station in full rotation. And they're going to lose their mind when I answer that question. Or how to get it on any station.
Y'all hear this? You know, if y'all want to get y'all stuff on iHeartRadio, and one of the biggest platforms, 98.3 dope beat, BPME dope. Listen, this is the person you want to talk to. You want to talk to Big Fence? Let them know I sent you. Believe me, I ain't gonna brag or nothing like that. But my name is really good in the hood, man.
Hey, listen, they don't call him Chip Low for nothing. Y'all
Listen,
just gotta understand the narrative.
It's really, really good in the hood, man. I really, really, really put on in on a positive way. I really put on. So reach out, you know, y'all, by all means, you know, whenever we got a guest, this for y'all, man. This is for
Facts.
each and every single one of y'all. Oh, boy,
Facts.
we got a legend that pulled up. Let me see.
Facts.
BNB, salute. Just let Vince know who you are, what you do, so on and so forth, and rock out. Bambi? I know Bambi. No, she ain't on mute.
Is my stuff okay? We good? I mean, can you hear me all right?
We definitely can hear you.
All right. Again, I want to say it's a pleasure to meet you. And I'm Bambi Palermo. What's up? I make documentaries, and I'm a writer. Music's not really my forte. I kind of had a question. How do you feel about SoundCloud rappers? What is your opinion about those people that use like the SoundCloud rappers? Like, Miles.
Oh, that's for you, Vince.
Yeah, I'm asking the DJ. Yeah, unless you're a rapper.
I can hear her now. Yeah, I can hear you, Bambi. Go ahead. What's your question?
No, I'm sorry. I said, how do you feel about SoundCloud rappers? Like Miles.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Bambi. It's not. If you remove the word SoundCloud away from it, it gives the artist a chance to still be in the game, right?
Right.
With these algorithms, whether it's Facebook rappers, SoundCloud rappers, Instagram rappers, club rappers, street rappers, it's still hip hop, right?
Right.
I believe that if that artist that's on SoundCloud, he's using that algorithm, or she's using that algorithm to help expose her medication to the general public, which is hip hop. But if she doesn't gather or generate 100 people watching her on SoundCloud or downloading her from SoundCloud, it doesn't make her whack. It still makes her profitable as long as she keep pushing herself on that algorithm. She can take herself and perform on a night stage and turn around and people walk up to her and instantly ask her for her contact, versus on SoundCloud, because you really can't meet the person that you claim to see, or you see the name and you got a lot of people, because a lot of people put up pictures that are not them. They put up falsified information to be able to scam people out of their music and material and money and et cetera and et cetera. Oh yeah, if you do this on SoundCloud on my page or you rock with me and send me $300,000, I'm gonna put you on. Put you on. You already on. All you have to do is walk in the right door.
Right.
So SoundCloud artists versus some cat that rap in an underground event. It doesn't make a difference where he's rapping or she's rapping at. It's your presentation. And again, it's your unification between you and your metadata on your record. Because if there was no SoundCloud, what would you call him? A YouTube rapper?
I don't know. It depends on if they're any good. If they suck, I'm going to say they're a sucky rapper. I mean, it all depends on if they're any good.
But see, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Pronounce your name again.
Bambi. My name is Bambi.
Bambi.
You know,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's no such thing, Bambi, of a sucky rapper. You know why? Because the worst rappers are the millionaires. The dopest rappers don't sell records.
Really?
You ever see a battle? You ever go to a battle? I mean, a battle. You know what I'm saying? Go to one of John DeMarco where these kids literally live for the words. They don't care to sell records. They care to destroy your soul in the music business. They want you to cry. They want you to defecate on yourself. They want to hurt your family through words, through poetry. So if your lyrical content can do that, there's a lot of people that just want to dance. The dopest records make you dance on the dance floor. The most conscious records are not out there. You might find the old school rappers like Common, you know what I'm saying, who is a very conscious artist, but he ain't the greatest rapper in the hip hop business. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is?
Right.
Who's next? You can find your artists on social media that might have the perfect beat and a great, perfect voice that matches and the perfect words at that moment. And it can be described as a hit record. But the question is, could one record define his career because it's a hit? What if he put out an album after that and it just doesn't sell? Then would you call him sucky? But you love that first single that went plat.
Yeah, you know, music's in the eye of the beholder. Everybody hears music differently. I mean, when it comes to AI, I'm a little mixed about it. Like, I'm an old school kind of person. Like, if you're going to make music, I want to see the artist up there actually singing. You know, you actually had to have talent to get into the industry. And now it seems like I could be the next big rapper. And believe me, I can't sing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a little, I don't think it's fair. And I think it's a little ridiculous. I'd rather celebrate people who have talent. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even think of a rapper off the top of my head. Like, you know, somebody who's actually got talent. Singers.
Right. Well, I mean, you could take Eminem, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Who is very talented, regardless of his complexion.
Very talented.
He knows how to put words together. He understands the perimeter of the time count. He has a delivery. He has a message in his music. It has nothing to do with color or culture. It has to do with him understanding what he believes in to make us believe into what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? Because you can also take another rapper that is not as popular as Eminem, but is better lyrically. And the only problem about it is his financial, it doesn't add up here so that he can promote himself. The more money you have to do certain things, the more you can put that person in the public's face. It's just like an illusion. Right? It's just like AI. You can take AI and make a record, and it doesn't cost you nothing to make the record, but it's just going to cost you money to break it.
Really? Because I remember back in like the 90s, you wanted to rent a studio. It was like back in the 90s, $600,000, $700,000.
Because back then it was different. Today we have generators, algorithms. We got machines that just make the beat for you. Back then we had physical producers. We had great, amazing. We still got them. Brothers that sit there doing analog, using, machinery to make these sounds. Today, 90% of technology is changing. It's like saying you either gonna buy into it or you're gonna get left behind because the
Pretty
world
much.
is turning. It's turning. I'm not saying that the algorithm is gonna always outdo us real people, but it's real people that created this algorithm.
It's a strong competitor, that's for sure.
It's a hell of a competitor because it's in commercials. It's doing commercials. It's shooting movies. It's replacing. It's like working at Amazon. There used to be 100,000 people working in there. Now there's departments where there's nobody there. There's machines doing
they're
the
using
job.
robots.
Yeah, because
Well,
the
what
robots
happens
don't
in
get
your
tired.
line of work? Are you afraid of robots or AI taking over your line of work? You don't need DJs
Nah,
anymore.
nah. It can't take over my line of work. You know why?
No. Yeah,
I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate with AI. I control it. It's you who is going to always be the controller, as long as you know in your mind that you are the original creator of that process. It can never take over you. You can feed it, you can entertain it, but if it does not do what you want it to do, you can go somewhere else and find something else to do the job. That's the difference.
That is a great statement right there. That's awesome. That is amazing. I'll let DGR. He obviously has something he wants to say, so I'm going to shut up now. And I'm going to jump down. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you, and keep doing what you do. It's
Thank
awesome.
you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Queen.
Salute, Chip. I'm doing your book review, by the way. I'm gonna review your book and try to get you some more sales. Get these people buying it.
I appreciate you.
Now, I did want to salute to the panel.
Salute. What's good, DJ?
And I just want to address what she said before she left, though, about AI. Because me as a producer, people ask me that all the time. Like, yo, AI taking over. Even Chip, you know, they call me God. So niggas be like, you know, people be like, yo, you used to make the intros for everybody on YouTube. Now AI, everybody got AI intros. That's taken away from your business. In a way, I used to feel that way in the beginning. I used to not like AI in the beginning because I used to feel like, well, everybody could feel like, oh, well, I just paid $10, go download this shit for a month, and I make my own goddamn intro. Who needs a real producer?
Right.
But the difference is the creative process. You have to forget it. You have to remember about artists. Now, a lot of artists, they want the creative process to actually be in the studio with a producer, have their track done and all that. So, and at the end of the day, we still control, like you said, we feed the AI.
Yes.
What horn to put where? What drum to put where? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask you one more thing too about, all right, I was just telling people in the chat about, well, I know you know about Digital Radio Tracker, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
DTR. Yeah, I know about it. I had 27 artists in that system. I mean, when it started, we're talking about years ago.
Yeah.
Even up to today, I still deal with them. I understand it financially, and I understand what it can do and what it can't do.
Right. So I'm agreeing with you because I was just telling the artists in the chat just now they should download Digital Radio Tracker. But a lot of people, you know, like when you watch Instagram and all that, they be these people who do review. They be like, oh, you send me a song, I'll do a review for it. You pay me this amount, just review the record. They also have some that are, you know how they have radio stations that are they're digital.
They're bots. Right. They're bots.
Right. No. I'm saying, you know how they have some stations that are digitally registered. In other words,
yeah.
Right. You have a radio station and it's digitally registered. So that way, every time you play that artist's music, they actually registered as having a spin.
Absolutely.
Right. So what do you think about those type of stations letting artists know, listen here, you know, I be trying to tell artists, you should work.
Here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it, King. Here's the thing about it. With the digital tracking system information, that's a corporation that has relationships with a lot of digital radio stations and some FM and AM stations. They do have relationships with them. It's like iHeart. iHeart has relationships with stations that own 75 other stations around the United States and elsewhere. You know, like Beasley Media Group owns 52 FM and AM stations. iHeart got a relationship with them, but not all 52 FM and AM stations pay publishing. And
That-
especially some of the digital ones, they don't pay. So with the DRT, which is digital tracking systems, when you pay to have your record put in that system, in that service, and you end up on those charts, it tells a record label like Universal, Def Jam, Warner Electrolana that this artist is premiering on these particular platforms. It tells these record labels that the artists that they don't know, that's unsigned, has invested, and he is moving up that chain. So what these major labels is doing is they're buying over the algorithm so that they can take their Kendrick Lamars and all the rest of their mainstream artists, and they're dominating the charts on the DRT. That's why you go in there, you look at the #1 artist, who do you see? It ain't no unsigned artist.
Nah.
It's a mainstream artist. The top 10 are mainstream. Everybody maybe in the top 50s, 60s, 40s, R&B, gospel, whatever, are independent. So they don't have financially the $100,000. They may have $5,000. They may have $2,000. They may have $100. You know, with $100, you can't get a lot of digital spins, but you can get a spin. And to me, everything counts when it comes to radio, because there was time we only had terrestrial radio, right? We had FM and AMs in our neighborhoods. Our go-to #1 stations in New York was BLS and 98.7 Kiss FM. There was no such thing as Hot 97. You know what I'm saying? And even in Atlanta, there was moms and pops stations, and then none of them was digital. But because the digital made it more easier for your fans to find you and hear you. You can call your cousin over in California, be like, listen, I'm on this station, lock in at 7 o'clock and you go hear my record. But you can't tell your cousin to lock in and listen to your record on your mainstream radio station there if it wasn't on one of those algorithms. So with the DRTs, it does show, like I had that conversation before with the DRTs, an artist that was like, oh, it's bogus. It's not bogus.
Nope.
The mainstream record companies uses those independent service because they're responsible to dominate the charts by any means necessary. They want to dominate. They want that #1 artist on their label. Drake beat Michael Jackson to #1 sales, if I'm correct, all across the country. How'd you do that?
They pay for it.
There you go. Because you and I both know I'm a fan of Drake's, but there's other artists that are better. They just don't got the cheddar.
Exactly.
They don't have it. And if you got to do it independently, use the DRTs, use billboards, use anything you have to use to better yourself, publicize yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you get signed to a major label and they give you 1.5 and they put out 3 singles and you can't push 2 of them ain't working, that last single, it might be the song that can generate everything that they funded you with. That one single, because they're going to try to put you in different places within the budget of what they're spending on you. And they definitely going to spend money with the DRTs. They definitely going to spend money with Billboard. You know what I'm saying? They're going to spend money with corporations who they already have a relationship with.
Right.
Guaranteed spins. But you walk in, I'm not saying you don't have it, but if you walk in there with $100,000 in your pocket, anybody going to sit down and talk to you. Why? Because they all got a package.
Yep.
And to dominate that package and to be the Michael Jackson of today that Drake is, even though there's others that may disagree, because Drake did not grow up, when hip hop was birthed.
Right.
He just heard it and he just applied himself to it with like a lot of other people. But if you think about it, there was no DRTs for the Sugar Hill Gang. There was no DRTs for Grandmaster Flash and Run DMC. When Run DMC did the Walk This Way with Earl Smith, Walk This Way, that crossed over and put them on the pop charts. It put them in the rock and roll situation. Black people, excuse my language, but it is what it is. We was not ready for that.
Right.
We were still ready to rock the Adidas and leather suits, but with the music, when Russell and them signed the BC Boys, it changed hip hop. It told any and everybody that it's no longer just an African American thing. It became the #1 sound in the United States, in the world. It's the fastest selling market on this planet. You can sell baby pampers with a hip hop commercial. You can sell liquor. You can sell weed. Anything goes. All you got to do is just rap about it. So now they understand that the algorithm of AI versus these charts. If you look today on Facebook, young man, you're going to see a lot of beautiful pictures of people that are not human, that are singing and rapping and doing. I mean, you see women that you be like, that ain't no real person. You're right, it ain't a real person, but you put Sharon next to her and she looks better than Sharon, and she dressed better than, and she sing better than Sharon, but we know Sharon's a real singer and she's a real person. She just don't got that extra that the algorithm has created. And it's easier today for the DRTs to accept money. And you know who's the ones that's behind it, right?
The digital radio trackers? Yeah.
Yes.
That's
corporate
crazy.
America.
Yeah. It's the money you right.
It's the algorithm. It's Dr. Dre signed in with it. See, people are saying you probably use it. I use it. Why? Because it's a faster process. 2, it's easier to control. 3, it ain't arguing with you. You don't like the record? Spit me another version out. You know what I mean? It's becoming. It's just like when hip hop was born. All the old school artists were mad. I was even mad because when hip hop was born, nobody was getting no $600,000-$700,000 checks.
Facts.
They was getting $20,000. They was good with that.
Exactly.
You know, back in the days, buying 2 pair of Pro Cats and some Adidas and Converse and going to Hobby Square Mall, you was good with a shopping gear and an old Cadillac.
Facts.
Today, them old Cadillacs are no longer. They're Bentleys, $2.5 million. These record deals are coming with packages and life insurance policies and stipulations. With the algorithm of AI, there's no package. There's no algorithm form. It's what you do with it. You can do something and then send it to your AI. Yep. And as you keep using your AI, it gets to know you.
Exactly. Yep.
It tells you can say, thank you, AI. It'll tell you you're welcome. It might not speak to you. It'll type it out. You're welcome. It gets used to you on your how you email it and talking to them on your computer. That's how it understands you on that algorithm. But if you go to somebody else's laptop, it's not going to do the same thing.
Right.
It's going to start all over like it never met you.
Yep.
Right. You lose everything. You lose the flyers. You lose everything. It only does it on your laptop.
So let me ask you this.
On your phone.
Let me ask you this. As an independent artist, this is my advice I give to independent artists, but I want to hear your advice for it. As independent artists, I usually tell them, being that we talking about the DRTs, like I'll tell them, I know such and such in, let's say, Detroit. He, you know what I'm saying? He went, put all his funds, resources together. He went and opened up a digital radio station, which means it can get tracked. His radio station is legally tracked on digital and all that.
Right.
So they'll say, okay, well, he spins such and such record at least 50 times a day. What he does is he spin underground artists. He'll keep spinning your record, spinning your record, spinning your record.
Right.
They not understanding. Well, how come he spun my record this amount of times within these amount of months, and I'm still registered way down in the bottom? It's not about, because like you just said earlier, the bigger record labels, they're paying for those slots.
There you go. Right.
But report card that I tell them, this is a report card you keep. You can,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In this amount of times on Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Do you agree with that? Would you say the artist?
I agree. It's just a report card it's an 8-week campaign, no matter which way you go.
Right.
Every week you're gonna get that report card. And you're gonna find yourself as a brand new artist. You might come in number 27 if you spent $5,000. You might if you spent $100, you at the bottom of the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? You still getting
Right.
maybe 100 something spins to 300, but the
Right.
more you spending, the more that they can deliver.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but they're delivering it to algorithms that are tracked by the DRTs. Now,
Right.
BDS is different. You know what I'm saying? Not every station that is on the DRTs are registered with BDS.
Right.
You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
Yes.
BDS actually serves that station. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like we're BDS. You know what I'm saying? We attract, you know, we monetize, but
Right.
it only works when the record plays and it's not in the mix, King. Like if
Yep.
you sent me your record and I put your record in the back office, that means you're not in the mix. Ain't no DJ cutting you up. It's just
Right.
playing them random hip hop for
Right.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And you'll hear maybe 150 songs, but different ones, but they're all the same, but on different times within them days. Those
Right.
records receive publishing, but you only get 1% of a percent. Huh?
Right.
It ain't like you spend $1,000 and expect to get $5,000 back. Hey, it don't work like that.
Work
You
like
need 1 million spins within weeks
that. Right.
to receive a good $35.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? It's different from iTunes. A lot of people say, "Oh, your record is playing on iTunes because they played it, you know, and it didn't play the whole song, but it played as a stream." That's 1% of a penny, man.
Right.
It takes 3 million spins to get what, $60?
Yeah, you gotta have crazy spins to really
You
profit.
got it right.
Yeah.
It's a difference, but if it's Metatag property that's on a certified BDS station, that radio station ain't playing your record all day.
Nope.
It
They'll
will put it in rotation, but it ain't going to play it 50 to 60 times a week because they spread it out within the 6-month period. Because every 90 days, Sound Exchange come to collect something. You know what I'm saying? Or unless you tied it with a self-publishing company to go out there and obtain your money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how it works. That's how it works. I mean, I'm not the best one to tell you because I didn't create it. Only those that know the creation of those algorithms have a better point of view because they created it and they merged in with those companies and they understand their numbers a little bit more better than we do because we don't sit in the office with them.
Gotcha.
We're told, oh, if your record, the only thing artists is worried about is getting the budget. They're not worried about recouping the money.
Right.
The record label don't give a damn about the budget. They want to recoup because if they recoup, they're recouping with 1% on top of what they gave you.
On top of, yep. Gotcha.
And if something happened to you, you believe you signed that life insurance policy.
Of course.
Because they're going to collect 10 times more. Because some artists is worth more dead than alive.
That's a fact.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. So let me make sure I give the Boss Way her proper credit. So them songs that you hear me playing, right?
Right.
The Boss Way
super dope.
She made songs for me. And then she put me on, her and Hustle Man, put me on with the AI functioning mechanism that produces the song. So now what I am good at is storytelling. Like I know
that's right.
And I know the ins and outs of how certain situations, if you in Florida, you know what sound you like, that so on and so forth.
Right.
So what I did do for you, let me make sure, with the help of Miss, y'all call her, we call her the Boss Way, but Miss Annette, this is by far, and I keep telling her, you know, we got to get her on the platform because one, she done wrote several books. She's a well-renowned author. Shines all outdoors, but her channel is growing. We growing. She locked in. We locked in. It's amazing the stuff she do as far as behind the scenes. Let me make sure I play the second song really, really quickly.
Yeah. Chip, while you're looking for it, can I just say one thing?
Yeah, you good.
The gentleman that I'm speaking to, what's his name again?
DGR.
DGR Entertainment.
Dijon, are you the artist?
No, I'm a man. It's DGR, Dice Game.
Okay.
No, I manage artists. I have a bunch of artists that I manage, and I'm also a producer. I make beats.
I need. All right. I got a show on 98.3 BPME called the Producers Edition. I talk to like Skid. I speak to like the top. Well, the name I would say producers that are top of the line. You know what I mean? So the show is geared around your beats and stuff like that. Even if it has an artist, I would love to premiere something on you.
No problem.
On television, on local television as well, man.
Look at the alley-oop, man.
No problem.
I mean, Chip, make that happen, man. Make that happen, because this conversation is amazing. And for that young lady, I would love to premiere her book on local television and also throw a commercial in there on the radio. Hopefully we can sell it, man. Help sell it to you for you guys, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. See, listen, the alley-oop. Just throw the DJ threw me the alley-oop when I first came to the sector. You know what I mean? You helped me down tremendously. Then came personally to the events on the John, was around some very respectable individuals.
Exactly.
So our part, that's family. So absolutely, I'll make sure. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shoot him your number when we get up off here.
Facts. Lock it with me, man. And congratulations with Lovox single. Crazy. The video is all over local television. The song is playing in 8 different cities in rotation, man, as well as in Atlanta, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Okay.
Shout out to matter of fact, I did Lovox interview up here.
Wow.
He went crazy. So it's when you get a hold of Los Lawn, that's another individual that then dropped legendary songs for us, man.
Right.
I'll make sure that everybody tap in. Well, where's your songs?
Nice. Facts, man.
Here we go.
98.3 BPME. Big fence in the building. Real radio, real people. Real music. Real music. Real music. Back when the culture lived on the block, every corner had a DJ rocking non-stop. Boom boxes blasting, shell toes flashing. Everybody outside, nobody just passing. Now fast forward, look what we found. Big fence holding down the underground sound. Independent artists finally got a lane, cause he built the platform and he changed the game. From hip-hop to reggae, he give respect equally. Real conversations, that's how it's supposed to be. Not following trends, he create the wave. Another culture builder that the streets help raise. Yeah! Big fence, the voice of the culture. 98.3 BPME, bringing the future. Fence, the people know the name. Independent radio, you're keeping music in the game. Big fence, the culture stay alive. 24/7, keep it real, radio thrive. 98.3 BPME, the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound. Marley Marl drums knocking through the speaker. Cool G rap stories made the hustlers deeper. Biz made us laugh. Kane taught style, and Big Fence keeping that tradition alive. Every interview, every artist he support, another dream moving further up the court. No gatekeepers, no fake hype, just real talent getting real mic time. iHeartRadio streaming around the globe, from the city streets to wherever you roam. The mission stays simple, the formula pure. Support the independent, that's what legends endure. Let's go. Big Fence, the voice of the culture. 98.3 BPME, bringing the future. The people know the name. Independent radio, keeping music in the game. Big Fence, the culture stay alive. 24/7, keeping real, radio thrive. 98.3 BPME, the sound, the sound, the sound, the sound. They're not just playing records, he building a legacy. Every interview adding to the cultural recipe. Creators worldwide get inspired when they hear a brother from the culture make it crystal clear. Real radio ain't dead, it evolved with the time. Still moving the people, one rhyme at a time. So here's a salute from the streets to the stage, for every contribution and every page of the story still being written today. Big Fence keep pushing the culture forward every day. 98.3 forever stand tall. The sound of the people, the sound for us all. Big Fence.
let me answer this question real quick. So, love from Kenya. Kenya, salute, salute, salute. Welcome to the platform, man. We appreciate you for showing up. Y'all tap in. You know, Kenya's a very, very dope content creator. Y'all tap in with her. Let her know that we sent y'all over there. She says, Chip, how is YouTube letting you play music? For me, it just mutes it automatically during the live stream. One, it depends on what platform you're using to stream. Whatever contract you sign with that particular platform, that platform is what's blocking your music per se. Especially if it's your own music. A lot of the songs that you're hearing is songs that we particularly made that we can be held accountable for. It's not copyrighted music. So per se we're allowed to play them. So yeah, just like I said, I don't know if you're using StreamYard, Streamlabs, if you're using OBS, whatever you're streaming through, they're the ones that's blocking your music, not particularly YouTube. Unless your songs is really by far totally against YouTube policies.
But sometimes, Chip, too, you think it could be like, it depends on how the artist, like I have certain music that if you play it, they either gonna clip you or they gonna mute it too, because you can have it registered. When you register it, you can have it registered where the platforms they contact you directly and ask you if the person got permission to play it, and they'll mute it till then, or you just let people rock. So it depends on the artist also how they registered it.
Yeah, that's another thing. Whose music you playing? Like I said, we're playing our own music, so
right.
They normally do that though, Chip. They do that, not to cut you, but that normally happens when, let's say, somebody sampled a record and they didn't get clearance on it, but they call it theirs now and they put it out on YouTube or they're doing it live. It'll just immediate. They'll let you get through a few minutes, but eventually it's just gonna go white balance.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that happened to me. Like my daughters, they used to do this thing where they would jack somebody beat and just do a freestyle on their beat, and man, I got so many strikes and licks and kicks and can't plays, not views, and this hour. Like, you know what? We just put out our own music, or somebody will make a song for us, and we'll play that.
Hey, yo, Chip, before
well,
both of y'all, Chip and him, before I get down, I just want to ask him one more question.
As
you as a DJ and you coming from the golden era of it, and you still till now, still in the hip hop, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel now about the artists that are actually trying to come back and spit bars, and they're actually trying to spit, real lyrics and all that, and they're having a fight with the artists that are doing and no disrespect, because I have artists that do the melodic and the melodies and the the what you call that shit, the voice, they help to enhance the voice and all that shit. I get it too. But you from a station, do you feel it's harder for you to get artists on bigger stations that are actually spitting bars versus doing, harmonizing?
Nah. I mean, even though I grew up in the era when the Sugar Hill Gangs was signed, they put the group together, you know what I'm saying? Literally, they didn't go in as a group, they were put together. Even the Sequence group with Cheryl Pearl, Blondie, and Angie Stone, rest in peace to the two that passed away, you know what I'm saying? They were the first female group that ever got a record deal on Sugar Hill Records. But you got to remember something. Back then, we're talking about 40 years ago, not 50, just 40. They were still doing their thing, but the problem was the music business the corporations didn't want to take a chance on the African American community in their music. It used to be called everything under the sun but hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you already can imagine what they called it. You know what I'm saying? But because those artists that came out then, they didn't come out violent. Yeah, they had battles, but it wasn't battling where it boiled down to a gun shoot. Somebody got to get shot or somebody going to prison. You know what I'm saying? Those battles was like breakdancing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You moving and showing off your identity that someone else can't do, but they can still do what they do, but they just don't do it as good as you do. But in today's time, it's not even a question, because our offsprings are the ones that's rapping today.
Right.
And they are rapping with today's guidance. You know what I'm saying? They call them Gen X, they call them a little bit of everything. But because they didn't go through what me, you, and Chip went through. They never seen what went on 30 years ago, ever. They don't even know half of the knowledge of hip hop that you and Chip know, or anyone of our age status. So because it ripple effect, it's like a pair of Adidas coming out with one color, and then 5 years later they come out with a whole new design. But that design is not made for the past, meaning people that are 40 years old. It's made to infrastruct on the newer generation. So these young kids today, we got to look at it two ways. We got to get out of their way, because they was never in our way, because they wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? There was no jits running around rapping that with the tolerance of today in their hip hop. They're more destructive in it. You know, they're more opinionated about it. They're telling more of the truth. Back then, they wasn't telling too much truth. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about, you know, the lifestyle. It was about having a good time, partying. You know, Melly Mel made you dance, the Crash Crew, the Force MDs. Everybody was happy. It was in a happy moment in their lives where, like I said, with the water fountain and the sprinkle system, we couldn't wait to get a jam in the park. Today, we get a jam in Piedmont Park, and the brothers that are 22 and 23, they come in there, they not robbing people. At all. They shooting you. They shooting without conscience, and it's not hip hop that's causing that. It's because of the system. You know what I'm saying? It's you can't blame hip hop for how our children are. Our children have every right to rap and sing. It's just the only difference is none of them can control radio. None of them can control television, not even myself. I can control what plays on our station, but I don't own all those other algorithms. It's like Chip said, he getting shut down on YouTube because he playing somebody else's music and it's not his. And if he samples something that is not synced the license properly, it gets shut down until you have that relationship. Until these kids today, they're never going to go back 30 years and read the books of hip hop. It's not gonna happen. Everything is by the time they get, if they're 25 now, by the time they get 35, AI is going to be on legs. If it ain't already is. It's going to be substituting the real world of artists. It's replacing musicians. It is taking our musicians out of business. So what you got to do is employ your children. It starts in the home. Tell your son, if he's a rapper, or your daughter, she wants to be a female rapper, tell her she ain't got the thought out. She might be 16 with a body on her that a grown dude might assume that she's 25, but she's only 16. But she's only doing it because of what she hears and sees. Until she's in the wrong spot, the wrong place, she's introduced to cocaine and all this other fast life stuff because she wants to be a rapper. And it's not that she can't rap or he can't rap, but today's children are not being taught in the home. Because at the age of 14, these kids is carrying guns, man. They're going to prison doing life. We would, don't get me wrong, we were 14, we was knocking you out. We were fist fighting. We get a fair fight. Is you and me, either you going to get hit in the head, or I'm going to get hit in the head, or you going to run, or I'm going to run. Today, there's no fighting. There's no bullying. It's straight, get the weapon, call it a day. So in hip hop, there's no going back there and listening to our forefathers. There's no listening to Fence. Fence is getting older. So these kids today, they don't want to hear what Fence got to say. They want to hear what they're listening to, what they're saying, because we we're not in their bracket, even though we're older and we control it. But because it makes money, that infrastructure of that negativity coming out of those kids' mouths is causing more havoc in the music business than it has ever been. So now with AI is doing it too. It's just the people behind it.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You see what I'm saying? It's the people. It ain't the system. It's the ones that is putting it out there. Those that are making these AI videos, dogs killing cats and women looking naked, and it's crazy. There's somebody behind that board saying it, putting it out. I even look at Facebook, man, and it's sad because Facebook back then was used to publicize and promote us. Today, it's a porno vision. It's a thought out site. It's whatever it is, man. It is no longer an educational institution. No. It make our people look like the worst people on the planet, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's crazy. And the only way to change the algorithm is to each one teach one. You got to teach your kid. Teach your daughter that's going to be 8 years old. Teach your brother if he's 15. Teach your brother if he's 22 and don't understand. Look, I know you're in this rap game, but when you put your music video out, you don't got to put the video out and the girl got to be titties out. You feel me? Right. Let her dress like a woman, look like a queen. If we do that for the next 30 years, we regain our respect, conscience, and a way of life. Right now, no one likes us, man.
Yeah, that's real shit. Yeah.
They want to erase us.
Yeah.
They want to replace us. But collectively, it seems like all we have is hip hop. That's our go-to. Everybody rapping. Everybody want to be a singer. Everybody want to be a star. But nobody want to pay the price. How is Chip Lo going to survive if I don't buy the t-shirt?
Right.
But I want to be all over the show and get mine off. I want to support him so that he can continue doing his business to help the next man. See, it takes Chip Lo to come back and gather the minds of different age brackets. Because me and you, brother, got a different age. I'm probably 20 years older than you.
Right.
Honestly, you're probably in your 30s or your late 30s.
No, I'm in my 40s.
Well, I'm still 20 years older than you.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? But having all the experience, you can be, it's just time. You know what I mean? Being 45, 60 years old, you still got way more experience because you understand it where it rooted from to where it's going and to where these kids is going with it. And you see it on the news, man. Is it really hip hop? They call it a way of life. But it seems like a death trap because everybody that's involved in hip hop is either going to prison or somebody got to commit a crime or somebody got to be that person. But if you take all these wealthy artists that came out of New York and all these other places, we can buy America. Oh, but you know what? We won't do it. It's just not going to happen because corporate America got their backs. Meaning, I'm not prejudiced or anything because I got white folks in the family, but the white supremacist is in charge of a lot of stuff. If you write a book, you're black, you put it out, the company you put it out is a white company that understands it. If you're rapping, the owner of Warner Electro Atlanta, they done bought iTunes. So either way you put it, they still gonna get a paycheck, even if you don't sign with them.
Exactly.
You go to DigiWax or what's that? Distro Kid, what's his name out of Brooklyn?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But who's behind him? Corporate America.
That's a fact. Oh, good shit, bro. I appreciate talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Calico,
listen, we got to build, nephew. We got to build.
Yeah, we definitely got that. Calico, salute.
Man, salute to my motherfucking cousin DGR, man. Salute the fence, man. Hey, check this out, Chip. We locked in. What's up with my people, man?
You already.
Yeah. They just having an interview with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I've been sitting back catching it, man. Man, I don't hear no motherfucking lies detected, Playboy, man. I mean, it's all official like Bin Laden with a missile, man.
I know that's right. I know that's right, Callie. I know that's right.
You know what I'm talking about, man? Yeah, no, I mean, the hip hop in my opinion, is the best thing that black people gave black people since the civil rights movement.
What? Man, listen here. Listen here. I'm going to tell you, though. You know, James Brown was a rapper.
Come on.
They just called it scat music.
Exactly. Scat. Argument a million times.
And before hip hop, well, it changed. Before rock and roll, it was black music. It was what we call R&B. But they just changed the name to rock. They took it and changed it to rock. See, when people are able to control something, they give permission to take something away because of the higher supremacists. You feel me? Those that are in office.
Right. The see, we're
the most talented. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. We done created so many, even myself, have gotten into that market to sit here today and be able to thank God that I'm able to have created something and used it today in a whole different way to benefit our culture. Back then, I created it and it benefited a lot of other people. Today, it's beneficial to the culture. But because I didn't know the culture, no one knew. I didn't know what hip hop really was, what it was going to become. I don't even think Grandmaster Flash, King Tim the Third, or Africa Bambaataa knew what it would become.
Nobody did.
Nobody. It became today the most anticipated.
The juggernaut.
Everything.
The juggernaut.
Yo, it's everything. It's in your car. It's in your food. It's in your clothing. It's in your hair. It's in your life. I don't care. You're black, white, Mexican, rockin'. Look, everyone raps. I've seen AI with animals rap. So it's crazy. It's to the point where, like we were speaking about AI, yeah, it's another movement. But for those that can still create it, but you got to understand the algorithm more so than telling the machine what to do.
We'll see what it is too, in my opinion about it with the AI situation. Like corporate America, right? We know how they already got their hands around the throat of hip hop. Always have been in one hand around the throat, the other hand in the pocket. You feel me? That's why. But the one thing that they never was able to create, no matter if they was the ones who created the car, we the gas.
We the gas.
Car without no gas, that motherfucker just a fancy ass placeholder.
It's just a fancy, right? It's gonna sit there.
It ain't no motion, right? So that's something that they can't purge from us. That's something. It's like it don't matter, nigga, how much clientele you got. You got to buy your dope from us,
right?
You get what I'm saying? But that AI, in my opinion, be careful because they trying to siphon our gas.
Right.
They trying to find a way to never mind us all the way. And it ain't about right now in our times, because in our times, we still got OGs that came before us that's here to tell it, the ones who actually was the ones who laid the foundation of this shit called hip hop, right?
Right.
Now, 50, 75 years from now, what I'm scared of is that it's going to be a motherfucker saying that Eminem is the one that started hip hop.
Listen, they already X'd out James Brown. They done X'd out. They X'd out King Tim the Third, but they don't talk about it.
Right. Right.
X'd out Dolomite. I think Dolomite was a rapper.
Africa Bambaataa, rest in peace. Regardless to what he did or whatever they said he did. I wasn't there. I don't even know if y'all was there. So words, people gonna always say something about somebody. And they'll get our culture to push it. This is how we pushed Puffy in prison, and we pushed a lot of people in prison. Because behind that wall is corporate America. That institution has figured out how to bring us together with what we do to turn on each other. When one man is rich and the next community is broke, you cannot go into that community and build it because everybody's going to tear you down. And if you don't continue, they're going to accuse you of everything under the sun.
Real shit.
Come on.
Everything.
Come on.
This is why the rich move away from the less fortunate. But you
because they know they're going to be stripped.
Look at the Mexican culture that come here. A lot of Mexicans are rapping right now, right? In their own language. They getting down. I don't know what they saying to it, but they enjoying themselves. So
They
you
people
got
know
that
what they
country
saying.
rapping. Yeah, you got that country rapping, but they're coming here benefiting off of the culture of hip hop. Every nationality benefits off the culture of hip hop. Everything is sold through it. Your car, your jewelry, the job you work at is playing hip hop. The food you
Right.
eating is the commercials you watching is instigated with hip hop lyrics.
That's
You know
an
what I'm
action
saying?
fact.
They selling donuts from Dunkin' Donut. Behind that commercial, you hear Ludacris.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's a fact. That's a fact.
They're targeting us. And
Yep.
they're giving us the fatty foods and everything else because hip hop is the only element of anything that touches people, period. But
Man,
you're
what I
right.
do know. My bad. Go ahead, King. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom.
I'll be
You're
back. I'll be
right.
back. Okay, put me back up. Pardon me, y'all. Salute. I'll be back,
Yeah.
y'all.
All right, you got it. What happens when, like you said, 30, 40 years from now, they'll be calling Eminem or the BC Boys the greatest rappers
The
in the
Africa
world?
Bambatas.
It hurts,
You
man.
know?
It does
And the
hurt.
crazy thing about it, right? People may think that that's far fetched, but I tell people all the time when I was in the 7th grade and my history teacher told us to turn to the chapter about Christopher Columbus discovering America, I raised my hand
Right.
and asked him, if Christopher Columbus discovered America, then what the fuck is a Native American? He told me to get up and get out of his classroom.
Here's the thing about that situation from my perspective. I don't like to dig too much in the past, but it is what it is. Christopher Columbus was sleeping on the boat. It was navigated by some brothers out of Africa. Them African dudes was steering the boat. Christopher woke up in America.
He ain't
They
never
took it
touched
over.
foot in America.
Right. They touched down somewhere else.
In the Caribbean.
And then
He said he didn't make it
Caribbean.
past the Caribbean.
Right. And they discovered that. But they really didn't discover it because there was already people there.
That's my point.
But see,
right?
nobody gonna talk about stuff like that. You will find some artists, I mean some real authentic, solid artists from our past that would talk about this in their rhymes. But you know what?
Yeah.
Corporate America made it where you couldn't hear it. You can't hear it on the radio. You can't see
Man,
the
I'm
music
glad.
video. Remember the
I'm glad
X-Clan?
you brought that up.
Remember
I'm
the
glad,
X-Clan?
man. Come on, man. I'm from Oakland,
X-Clan, Public
California.
Enemy. They
I'm from
really,
Oakland,
really.
California, but
Oh,
we
so you
definitely know
already,
about the grand verbalizer, man. What time is it, man? Rest in peace to
man.
PXO.
You already. So you out there with networking them is that, right?
Please believe that.
That's my whole team. Nutso, Keith the Sneak, everyone. They got a
Yeah.
station on this. We got the Bay Area radio station out there.
Man, shout out, go there, man. Yeah, them all my people, man.
Nutso, Keisha Cole's brother. That's Tupac's partner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We good. But I
Yeah,
definitely.
I co-host over there with Yuckmouth on his platform.
Oh wow. So it's like a whole family. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's always a treat when real players meet, man. You know.
Be legit. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah,
whole
man.
lot of them, man.
Shout out Big Brent, man.
Yes, it's a whole different world out there, man.
Man.
Good people, good men.
Please believe it, man. But yeah, the reason why hip hop is such a juggernaut, man, is because we got every other genre strengths and none of their weaknesses. And it's not a genre that hip hop hasn't oozed into. From opera to country music, it's been a hip hop song applied
to play. Jay-Z used Annie. Kanye West did who did that? Premier did the beat or Jay did?
Man,
one of them did.
Kanye did. I mean, you got Beyonce did the hip opera. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We done touched everything, man.
You already know, King. But
we
see,
didn't
that's
touch
the beauty of
it.
Hip hop is so wide open that everybody, it's a free spirited thing. Everybody can get in it. New York, I mean, in hip hop, we never put a cap on who can get in it. You know what I mean? What race can get in it? But there's races that even you take the Asian and Koreans, they dance hip hop. They
Oh man.
rapping. It's just crazy, man. Crazy. Even Jen that got signed to the Rough Riders. You know what I mean? They used to win them battles at 106 Park back then. You know,
Man,
it
you
was
go over
never
there to
seen.
China and
Yeah.
Japan and look at some of them breakdance competitions.
Oh
Them
my
boys is
God.
going
It's
crazy.
crazy. Crazy. They like they got no bones in their body.
You know what I mean?
It
Yeah.
has stemmed all over the country, man. All over the planet.
Hold on for one
African
second, y'all.
Afro beats. Serious, man.
Yeah, they took it way further than Ozone and Boogaloo Shrimp.
All right, hold on, y'all. So, her, thank you so much. We got a special guest, Miss Her. She's definitely they out there in Germany right now. They tapped in.
Nice.
They're showing you, man, my love and support all the way out here in Frankfurt, Germany.
Hey
Like,
now,
Nice.
we global right now, man. Man, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is, man, salute to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Everybody go tap in with her. Let her know that we here and we send our full support to her and her team over there. And of course, you know, she locked in, we're gonna lock in. So that's how that go.
please believe that. And man, to touch on the thing that you said about Bambaataa, because I know due to the current information that we didn't got, people kind of want to scoot away from him like he farted in the elevator, right? But my thing is this, man. I treat him and apply him in the same case as R. Kelly, and that is, man, I can't take away from his music. I didn't know him personally to judge him personally, right? But I would say this: if we're gonna judge inclusively and equally. So don't come talking to me about Africa Bambaataa if you ain't ready to talk to me about Jerry Lee Lewis.
I know that's right.
Right.
You feel me? If you ain't ready to talk about Woody Allen, don't talk to me about R. Kelly.
And they don't live in the neighborhood.
Come on. Come on. So either we gonna talk about it all or none of it at all.
You know, we get deep. We get into the Epstein file.
You feel what I'm saying?
You know,
Yeah,
it
man.
they can go because they got more conspiracy in their game than the hip hop business ever had.
So
You know what I
let
mean?
me lay this on you. Let me lay this on you, man, and see how you feel about this, right? Because going back to what you was talking about, how these radio stations then basically all got swiped up and it's all one big conglomerate now, like with the like take for instance iHeartRadio. They like these major conglomerates then came and just slurped up all of the motherfucking independent record companies, right? I mean independent radio stations, right?
Absolutely.
And my thing is that plays a lot in the part of moving out of the way what you don't want the narrative to be, because like you was saying about the acts like Public Enemy, X-Clan, Brand Nubian, even all the way up. We can even fast forward up to when you was talking about how women,
we go to the West Coast.
No. But follow me though. Even up to the point of a Lauryn Hill, even just that recently, women carried themselves over what they idolized, right?
Yes.
And it was way more reputable for a woman to step out her house with a Lauryn Hill vibe than a Sexy Red vibe. That's not the knock or hustle or nothing like that, but it's the perception. You know what I'm saying? And I watched how they moved away from just the two of us is by Chubb Rock. When people seen that, it made motherfuckers want to go to college. Not even just with that, with the TV shows like A Different World, who made motherfuckers want to reach for that. It made that cool. But then here's a little something about a nigga like me. And that's not the knock where I'm from, because hip hop is a kaleidoscope of all different. It's a gumbo.
Yep.
It's a gumbo.
Like a bowl of soup.
Right. And every ingredient brings to the table its own taste. So it's not the knock or to say hip hop was good until the gangster shit got in it. Everything is about balance.
Right.
Everything is about balance. I don't mind listening to NWA as long as I can still listen to the Jungle Brothers or the whole Native Tongues movement on the West Coast, the whole hieroglyphics movement, because they was one and the same.
The whole hyphy movement.
You get what I'm saying? But when you look at the Jungle Brothers, or not the Jungle, but the whole conglomerate, the Native Tongues,
right,
and then the West Coast version of that same idea was the hieroglyphics, with groups like Souls of Mischief and Dale the Funky Homo Sapien and all them cats that collaborated together.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
You went
That was the
back.
same. Yeah, but they was on the same wavelength. Everything is about balance. It's room for a little Kim, just like it's room for a Lauryn Hill.
Right.
But when you oversaturate the game, which is, I believe that narrative is controlled by the corporations. It's no different than black exploitation. I tell people all the time, you think because when you first hear the word black exploitation, you think of movies like Superfly and the Mac and shit like that. But it didn't die out. What the fuck you think movies like Belly and movies like Menace to Society, that's still black exploitation.
Yep.
Because you discovered the snake, if you didn't cut the head off that motherfucker, don't mean that it stopped hissing or that it won't bite you because you seen it.
Absolutely. Right.
And I think that has a lot to do with where they're carrying the music now. I don't want to sound like the cranky uncle sitting in the chair shaking my finger at the young nigga like I forgot what it was to be young. But I don't want to listen to kill, drill all motherfucking day long.
All day. You can't
You know what I'm saying?
You can't sit down and watch TV and listen to it at the same time.
Man, come on, man. And that's why.
Let me make a real correction real quick. So, according to Siegfried, I'm just make sure I say this right. Siegfried. Okay, so by the way, my name is Siegfried, and Siegfried, her in Germany is pronounced here. So, and here means Mister. So it is a male. So here, Siegfried is almost like here to the throne. Here, okay, brother, we got you. Salute to you. Salute to the Germany team. So shout out to Lisa Anderson. We seen you. Who else I seen here? Real Tees, we see you too. We appreciate you. Hustle Man. Let me make sure I take this special time to shout Hustle Man out, right? Because again, this whole social media thing and getting a hold of the algorithm and all this other stuff.
Right.
Hustle Man put me on and it's been up. All-Star Issy, we see you. Salute. Hustle Man, I got something for you really, really quickly, right? Because of Hustle Man, I got this medallion. Now, also because of Hustle Man, we was able to put this together for Fence.
98.3 BPME. Big Fence in the building. Real radio, real people, real music, real black. Back when the culture lived on the block, every corner had a DJ rocking non-stop, boom boxes blasting, shell toes flashing, everybody outside, nobody just passing. Now fast forward, look what we found, big Fence holding down the underground sound.
So that chain that you see at the end of the video, that's Fence's 98.3 chain with his QR code on the back. It is a waked and baked chain. Hustle Man is the one that make these medallions, so on and so forth.
Hustle Man, thank you, Ken.
Hustle Man is heavily involved in the hip hop world. If y'all familiar with the Dipset, Hustle Man had a major part in the whole Dipset formulation and so on and so forth. Matter of fact, one of the first people on 125th to actually sell CDs, hand-to-hand CDs. So shout out to Hustle Man and the things he's doing over there, man. We appreciate you. Issy, we see you, man. Keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for pulling up, all that good stuff. I know we've been up here almost 2 hours, fellas.
You know what though, Chip? When you enjoying it, sometimes we don't get that second shot. This here is priceless because it's knowledge, it's education, it's waking up the whole entire community, not just the culture of hip hop. I'm looking at planes flying around the globe. You around the planet, you know what I'm saying? You in other countries. It's important. It's imperative to have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Even with my brother that's on there with me now, you know what I mean? We talk about the West Coast and everything. It's important because we don't do this. It don't happen. And when it do happen, it's shut down. Right now, it's too powerful. You can't shut it down. The only thing that can happen is the battery on our phone die. That's about it.
That's it. And
We can
that's the
keep
reason
going.
why I never got into the whole, like, even I seen that shit a mile away when the whole little East Coast, West Coast shit popped off,
Right,
right? I
right,
said, I
right,
know who's behind that, and don't none of them look
right.
like me.
Absolutely.
And
You
since I know
already
don't
know.
none of them look like me, why the fuck would I partake in trying to argue with another motherfucker about my
Yep.
master on my plantation treat you better than your master on your plantation?
There you go.
Come on, my nigga. That's a dumbass argument for a motherfucker to have, man. I get it.
And,
We all know where hip hop came from and where it started
of
at.
course.
That belongs to the Empire
They're trying to
State.
segregate it. They're segregating the music business town by town, state by
Right.
state, city
But
by
they
city.
but they know that because they know that part of I mean, if you even took some basic sociology, they know that you
Right.
put human beings, a group of human beings in one place, tribalism gonna happen anywhere it go.
There
That's
you
just
go.
what it is. You feel me? But
Right.
my argument has always been this. To people who are from New York, God bless your arrogance. And I love you for it. And the reason why I love you for it is because the second that you said, yo, fuck you country ass niggas, you niggas ain't hip hop. What it did
Right.
is it made motherfuckers not only stop emulating, but now take
Right.
what that baby has been born. Once that baby's
Yes.
been born, it's
And
been
run
given
with
to the
it.
world. Now
There you go.
make it yours. Don't make it
Yes.
theirs, make it yours.
Yes.
Because when you make it yours, now you have a different ingredient to bring to that gumbo pot.
There you go. There you go.
You get
And
what I'm
it
saying?
becomes universal. It
It
becomes
becomes
universal.
universal. I have no problem with that. I love that shit because it's all ours.
Absolutely.
Contrary
And
to
if no one made this, this was designed and created by us, for us, like FUBU,
right,
for us,
right.
by us,
That's crazy
until
that
we
you
don't want
mentioned
it no more.
FUBU. I was
Right.
in front of the mall waiting to meet up with my wife so we can go have lunch, and I'm sitting outside smoking a joint. These youngsters walked past, and the OG was walking the opposite direction, and the OG
Right.
had on an old school FUBU jersey. And the
Wow.
youngsters, when they walked past him, they kind of smirked and
Right.
snickered at him like, "Look at this nigga with this old ass FUBU, old ass FUBU, ancient ass jersey on." But
Right.
they're saying that in the middle of talking about going to Foot Locker to buy some Nike, like the motherfucking Nike brand
Oh,
not old.
wow. Wow. Nike brand has been out
Oh, that's older
since
than FUBU. So what the fuck is you talking
dinosaur.
about? You know what I'm
Since
saying?
dinosaur.
So yeah,
And we
man. Like,
still don't own it.
right,
We own the
exacto,
sneaker, but we don't own the brand.
exacto. And I tell people that all the time. If you take away the endorsements, man, Michael Jordan would have never made
Yeah.
more money than the owner of the Bulls.
There you go.
It's a difference
Right.
between an employer and an employee for a reason. An employer would never pay an employee enough money to live where that employer live at.
Nope. He'll keep them segregated. He'll keep them
Exacto.
citizen, how you say, institutionalized, but in a citizenship way.
They're gonna keep
You
you. They're
stay
gonna
over
keep you
there,
hand.
and my mansion and shit is over here. We still cool now.
They're gonna keep you
But
chained to a pole.
there
Look
you
at the
go.
script. Look at the script. And God bless our parents, because our parents only learned from their parents, and their parents didn't
Yep.
really learn shit much from them because they come
Right.
directly from being sharecroppers or
Yep.
direct slaves
Yep.
themselves, right?
You're
But
right.
what was
You're
the
right.
script? The script
Yes.
was go to school, get an
Mhm.
education, so that way you
Yep.
can get you a good job and have your nice things.
Yep.
Well, that's honorable. That's even admirable. But you're just teaching me how to be a worker. I've
Right.
never once in that script heard you tell me how to be a boss.
There you go.
Hmm.
There you go.
So I would advise anybody that's listening to go on YouTube and type in Rockefeller family waterfall effect or waterfall strategy and
Right.
see how their family's still rich to this day.
You're right. And they beyond rich.
Beyond rich.
Their seeds
While
are
our
still
stupid asses are sitting here thinking that we each other's enemy and not knowing that we need each other way more than we don't.
way more. And that's why I'm glad us men here, us brothers and sisters that's here today, we get to share that light with each other. I get to learn what I don't know. I get to hear Chip Low and learn what I don't know. Just because I'm in the game, I don't know a lot of shit. But it's okay to open up to learn what you don't know. The littlest things
Come on.
changes the algorithm of how a man can think. You can do
Butterfly
two
effect.
things. I could take everybody to the nightclub, buy all the drinks, and then what's gonna happen after that? I done got everybody drunk. 2 of them gonna go to jail when they leave. 3 of them gonna sleep with some women they never met. 1 is gonna rape somebody, and the rest of them probably gonna get in a fight. And the rest of them is probably just gonna go home to their families. So
You know what
out of
Calico gonna be
half of the
doing?
people,
Calico gonna be sitting right there next to you, counting to see how many
there you-
motherfuckers that you bought drinks said thank you.
right, that too. But see, I wouldn't allow them to buy me a drink. I'd be like, you know what? I'll just take a bottle of water because at least I know that I opened that bottle of water. Because if I'm wealthy like that, you got more enemies than you don't even see them coming.
Come on.
They're sent.
Come on.
They're sent your way. That's why
Yeah,
you see a lot of artists. A lot of the artists are strapped up, or they got people strapped up because they can't see it coming.
come on. What they tell you to do about them
See,
snakes in that front yard?
you cut the head off them quick.
They say, hey, man, cut the grass so you can see the snakes.
You see them snakes moving, and cut the head off of them quick.
That's what an OG told me. He said, cut the grass so you can see the snakes. I said, excuse me, OG, I'm going to cut the grass and pour concrete over it. He
Yup.
hugged me.
Totally right.
He said, boy, I love you.
You're totally right.
No doubt.
Wow.
Man, this has been a powerful build. This has been a super dope interview. Man, we like I said, right now we are global. We are in several different countries at the same time, streaming from this old little old platform that they told. You know what they told me? They told me that positive content, you're never gonna make money off of that. You can only controversy sells. You got to sit up there and wile the people up in order to get a check. And I believe that. And them first 4 other channels I got monetized was all on foolishness, man. I was sitting there calling people out of their name and all type of hypocrisy. Here it is. We over 10,000 subs and still continuously growing, and we doing positive content.
But see, that's the whole thing, Chip. When you started this, you probably had no mind thinking that it would become what it is today.
No.
And it's just like me starting radio here at my own, you know what I'm saying? And getting on these major platforms. Sometimes we can't see the future. We can see what we start and we know what we want to do with it. But you never see the future of it until it processes itself. And as it processes, it does its own thing. It gravitates certain types of people. It's like the energy. The energy you put out is the same energy you should receive. If you putting out bull crap, the energy is going to be full of shit that's coming back. But if you put out content like this, like you said, there's more people out there, Chiplo, that don't want to see this happen. They want to see it, but they don't want to expose it to their generation of people. Because as long as they can control the algorithm of what you're doing with this situation, it puts a cap on us. But right now, they can't put a lid on us. It's too powerful. Because we're moving. Once we all hang up, we're still moving. We're gone. They can't cap us because we know. Let me let this together. Imagine if we had 50 more brothers and sisters, even if we do got them, that are on with us, that it's not about the money. It's about the movement. It becomes each one teach one. Because with my knowledge, I can teach. You could take it, learn it, twist it up any way you want, present it to your kids. Remember I told you earlier? It starts in the home. We lost control of the streets. We lost control of the children that are 25. They running wild. We even lost control of the ones that are 14 because they're killing each other. They're not.
Mhm.
We used to fight. We was a fair fight. Today, they want to box in the ring, but they don't know how to fight. They want to shoot because they don't know how to fight. But they can shoot them lips and learn how to fight because they get punched. Back in them days, you get punched in your mouth. Ain't nobody gonna get no gun. They're gonna beat you down. You gonna run home and then tell somebody, and they're gonna say, "What you doing? What you started for? You should have mind your business." But we don't have to fight to bring our culture together. Music is the only thing left for the African American culture. I don't care where we at, that pulls us to the same room.
That's a fact.
The
That's
same.
a fact, man.
I can live in Atlanta now and go to the West Coast and be playing West Coast music. It pulls us together. I can go to Florida and play some Miami bass. It pulls us in the same room. They recognize my complexion. They know my skin tone. They know. And all you got to do is apply. But the problem is when you got other corporations that are in the middle of it that are not allowing you to segregate with your culture, it becomes separation. And that's where the money comes in. And that institution has never failed America. You throw an extra $100 to somebody, they're going to forget who they was talking to.
Fuck them. I got mine.
You give a brother a record deal and you was running with him from the beginning, sometime he forget who he's talking to.
Fuck them. I got mine.
Hey, look at it this way. Every successful black artist in this business, right, have broke up with his team. Every last one of them.
That's a fact. The only
Serena
motherfuckers
Williams, tennis player, broke up with her team. Why?
Yeah.
I can't answer that question. I can't answer that one. It's too many reasons. It's too many reasons, man.
It's something that you said, right? When you said that, how this shit ain't gonna never get off the ground and go through the attic because it's talking about something positive, right?
Right.
Now, the person that told me that, first of all, I'm an immaculate bullshit detector. And I'm very quick with it. I think quick, right? So the second that a motherfucker would have told me, hey, man, don't nobody want to hear that positive shit. First of all, that's a pessimistic statement. So why the fuck would I depend on anybody to talk to me about positivity who's negative?
Absolutely.
I don't even need to hear nothing else you talking about, nigga. You can throw a smoke bomb on the ground and disappear like a ninja, nigga. I don't fuck about what you talking about. Positive energy and creative energy. That's an acronym.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That stands for PEACE. PEACE. Positive energy and creative energy. If you ain't got that around me, then get the fuck from around me.
Facts.
That's a fact. When I feel like I want to go play in the dirt, nigga, then I'll go play in the dirt, get on here, cuss people out and do all of that shit. But what those kind of people that are on that troll level can't do is do anything other than that.
You're totally right. And that's what the algorithm would prefer us to do.
Exacto. But I don't know how to sit. I don't know how to sit in the bathroom all day.
I know that's right. I'm in and out. That's it.
Hell no, I got places to be.
Matter of fact, shout out to, and I told him I was gonna do this. Shout out to Frankie Boo, man. Frankie Boo done went, gave them people's, 16, 17 years, came home, and now is out there in NC in the school system. We talking to junior high schoolers and making sure that they don't go that route that we particularly took. So shout out to them individuals that is behind.
I got a shout out
XYZ and moving that movement correctly.
I got a shout out. My brother did 41 with L by his name. He's home 5 days ago. He doesn't understand any of reality, but he's gonna be all right because
he's gonna get acclimated.
Yes. He
gonna get acclimated, man. Yeah, man. I got an uncle that gave him 30.
This is his new stop.
Yeah, I got an uncle that gave him 31 birthdays and came home and nigga was flabbergasted by YouTube. He's like, wait, so I can listen to this song I want? I can listen to any song I want. I'm like,
But you want to know something though?
yeah.
But let me say this, gentlemen.
GPS, all that
Inside
shit,
that,
fuck him up.
inside that system, they learn more about the reality than the motherfuckers that's out here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
They
because
come
a
home
lot
with
of us is in the
phones
matrix.
and everything else. A lot of
Mhm.
entrepreneurs are made in the penitentiary.
You better
Just
believe
because they
that.
did a crime, you can't judge them and call them a criminal for the rest of their life. So what? We all did stuff, but who's still doing dirt?
Huh.
Dirt gonna
That's an
keep
action
being done.
packed fact.
You know what I'm saying? The system is gonna remain in balance. But when the brothers go in there doing 10 and 15 and 25 to life and they come home, they're smarter than you could. They're so beyond their our time that they
Because
don't
they ain't
fit
had no
in.
white noise. They ain't had no white
There
noise.
it
They
is.
ain't had no
There it is.
distractions.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But Chip, I'm gonna say
Right.
this before I get up out of here, man. Cause I'm finna get ready to Scooby-Doo feet and get up out of this motherfucker, man. Hey, 2 motherfucking L's pointed the opposite direction of hell. Salute to the motherfucking chat, the panel, and the whole motherfucking channel. Stay locked in or get boxed out. Salute the fence, man. It's a pleasure to meet you, my playboy.
Pleasure, King. Pleasure.
Man, all day long, all day strong, like a motherfucking Advil. Hey, man, listen to this dirty ass, toxic ass, dysfunctional ass, peaceful, sexy, lovely, joyous ass bitch that broke up with me because I broke up with her because she unfaithful as fuck. I'ma always love you, hip hop.
I know
That's a
that's
fact.
I will
That's a fact.
always love you, hip hop, for
right.
your good, bad, and
No,
your
that's right.
indifference. And when I say that, I ain't talking about rapping, nigga. I'm talking about the 4, well, now revisited 5 pillars of hip hop, which is MCing,
Yes.
DJing,
Yes. Yes.
breakdancing,
Yes.
graffiti, and the
Yes.
newest one to come
Yes.
along, fashion.
Yes. Fashion. You're right.
That's all
That is the
us.
5
Never
elements.
forget that.
That's a fact.
Absolutely. Peace, gentlemen.
No doubt, Calico.
Peace. Peace,
Appreciate
King.
you, man.
Pleasure.
You know, Vince, man, we done took up 2 hours of your time, man. We appreciate you so
Listen,
much, man. You know, we
I'm
know you're
I'm
a
I'm
busy man
I'm,
and
gra-
all
I'm
that good
grateful. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful, Chip. You know what I mean? Because I haven't shared that much energy. I mean, I've shared it, but to share it with brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, from different walks of life that look like me, sound like me, talk like me, act like me, even if they don't look like me, they understand. And you've had them on your platform. And I want to give you your flowers, man. I appreciate what you're doing, not just for me, not just for the culture, for our children. You know what I'm saying? For those that have served. You know what I mean? You giving them platforms, you giving them a voice. You know what I'm saying? From behind them walls. You know what I mean? So I want to thank you for being who you are, Chiplo, and thank you for bringing the low lives to this level. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for you, there would be no half of what we can do right now. Man. And shout out to Brooklyn all day on it.
man. It's a fact. What's
That's
up?
the action-packed fact, man. One more thing I forgot to mention, man. First, shout out to my cousin DGR who popped up on the platform, man. And make sure y'all go follow that TOTFC podcast, Top of the Food Chain podcast, man. I said when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm finna plug in. We going through the motherfucking attic. I'm at 90 some subscribers. I'm a handful of subscribers away, man.
Right.
And when we get there, we finna sit there, man.
Drop your link in the chat, man. Let everybody know. Tap in with Top of the Food Chain podcast. Let them know we behind them 1,000%, man. We 1,000% locked in. That's
Please believe it.
that's definitely day one from A1 from my first
Fact.
earlier before I even thought about being on social media when I was just coming through chats saluting people. You know what I mean?
Please believe it.
That really taught me the ropes, man. And I'll never forget where I came from, man. They threw me the alley, so now it's only right, man. Here go the alley. Here go the alleys, y'all.
Yeah, come on, man. If one hand wash the other, that just means we all gonna be clean. You feel what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's
Facts.
all we gonna be is clean, man. So yeah, man, I appreciate the appreciation, y'all, man, and thank you very much, Playboy.
No doubt. Don't forget to drop your link, man. Make sure y'all tap for the Food Chain podcast. None other than Apex Predator, Network Calico. You know what I mean? Again, another person that's in a different state. You know, they on the West Coast. It don't matter. You're being seen across the globe, man, and that's what it's about. It's about bringing everybody together and really one thing that the world has to admit, right? This is the world.
Right.
When it comes to fashion, the Low Lives was the
Mm.
flyest team on the planet to this
I
day.
know that's right.
Hands down, no question asked. There's no other crew, men, women group put together that could say they was flyer than us Low Lives, man. And we was kids. We
Yes.
were young kids, and we put on for not only the hip hop culture, we put on for the world. So now it's it's time to give back, man. Where we at? Listen, hustle 20K. Listen, that's enough. I gotta get you and hustle man kind of situated because my platform is little platforms compared to they run huge platforms, man, and they
Right.
do big numbers. So we're gonna get you all plugged in and
Right, man. Tell
hustle
Hustle I
man
said,
Fence
what's up,
show.
man? He's still in the building.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
hustle
probably
man.
shaking. He's still in the building?
Yeah, hustle man definitely right there.
Okay. What up, Hustle? I hear you, man. What's good? Talk
Yeah,
to me, man.
but we gotta get you over here on the YouTube streets, man, because you over there in iHeartRadio land. You know, we coming though. We coming. We making sure
Listen,
we
no,
going over there.
we ain't coming. Yo, you got a home over here already. It ain't even you
Say
here.
no
You
more,
here.
man.
You
Say
here.
no.
Y'all are here. You here, man. We
Say
ain't
no
no more
more,
coming.
man.
We already in the building, man. We already in the building.
That hustle just hit 40K subscribers. Man. Listen,
Nice.
boy,
Nice.
listen.
He turn them subscribers into that
The
dollar sign in a second.
party gonna be real, man. 40K. Listen, we just at 10K, and I know what the people look like on 40K. You definitely
Doing something.
you doing
Talking
some
to the
things,
people.
man.
He's talking to the people.
But y'all make sure y'all tapping with Network Calico, DGR, the Boss Way, Miss Annette, Realty, here's Siegfried. I make sure I said it right that time. Tapping with Splash Flash. Who else? Oh, I said Nicole. Tapping with Trooper 69, man. Trooper 69 is probably more than 30 chats right now, man. That is the moderator of all moderators. The boy is phenomenal at banners, thumbnails, all that good stuff. Go to him. Just trust me. Who else I seen in here? Making sure I don't forget nobody. All-Star Izzy. The name speaks for itself, man. Tapping with All-Star Izzy. Let them know we sent y'all. It's definitely a pleasure. Shout out to Harlow the Blonde. Listen, Harlow the Blonde took a little time off, came back with a vengeance, just went over 5K subscribers. She is moving and shaking. She definitely got the shorts game on the smash. But, getting her numbers up, we're going to get her monetized, y'all. We're going to make sure she
Nice.
get the monetization back. So let's get it. Who else? Of course, y'all met Bambi. Bambi is Heart. That's the family. That's somebody who took my book and fully cartoon animated my volume.
Wow. That's super dope.
She is, when it comes to animation, Bambi is it, man. Just trust me. Go check out her documentaries. Go check out all her series on her channel. Dope individual. Very knowledgeable. Who else? I'm making sure I don't forget nobody. Shout out to Elevate. If it wasn't for Elevated Chills, y'all already know I wouldn't even be in the sector. I'll be still in a wild sector, wilding people up. Shout out to
Say the
Elevated.
wild sector.
Yeah. The black sector, the dark side of YouTube.
Dark side.
The dirty sector, that's what they call it. Yeah, it was definitely a trip. Shout out to Lisa Anderson. That's the family. That's like my second cousin, aunt, whatever you want to call. That's family. Y'all tap in with her. She got some really dope content. And she get mad deals, y'all. If y'all want to find out about like coupon and how to get deals,
Nice.
tap in with Lisa Anderson. Of course, Sin is A1 for day one, man. Phenomenal content creator. That's the home team. Y'all tap in. She locked in. We locked in. We locked. Y'all already know, man. Tap in with the Cynical 1999. She also has another channel, but once I tap in with her, she'll disclose all that to y'all.
Nice.
Let's see. Making sure I don't forget anybody. Shout out to Freeside. Freeside came over here. You know, that's the home team, man. Y'all tap in. Let them know we sent y'all. And again, feel free to network, man. This is a networking platform.
Family.
My goal is to get everybody monetized, man. Everybody that want to get monetized, I'm gonna do my best to help you get there. Shout out to Morgan. Morgan was one of the probably like the second person who took advantage of the 90-day program that I put together. So 90 days to monetize. I put together a calendar. She followed the calendar. She monetized now, doing huge numbers over there. Tap in with her, let her know, you know, we send everything her way, man. She's the truth. Love from Kenya, you know what I mean? Again, I just met her through a mutual friend. Shout out to Stash Cash, one of our biggest connectors in the sector. Phenomenal content creator. Tap in with her. Her content is so dope, man. Y'all just had to go check it out and go see. Miss Kathleen. Oh man, listen. Wholeheartedly, great content creator. Tap in with her. Let her know we sent y'all. If I forgot you, shout out to the home team, Miss JC Calamity Jane. Listen, by far, the lady got more land than me. Y'all know I got properties, but she got more land than me. She is by far chickens, hens. I never knew it was so many different chicken hens and they all named after Grey's Anatomy. She does phenomenal content. Shout out to the
Nice.
GPL1L, whatever it is. Shout out to that group. She's one of the ones that spearheads that group, and they are phenomenal at explaining what it is, what it does, the weight loss drugs, so on and so forth, the side effects, the positiveness. Just tap in. Skin and Bones, that's the home team, man. I say Fishy Low Life, that's somebody from around the way. I'm from St. John's, Utica, St. John's, Troy, Lincoln Place. He from Lincoln Place. We from the same hood. Family. You know, matter of fact, it's pictures of me and Skin. If y'all go to my IG, it's pictures of us at the events that we throw in New York. Who else? I did the boss. I did Bambi. I did. I'm making sure I don't forget. Shout out to Bubblegum. Bubblegum is the awesome content creator. She get she making it do what it do. Y'all tap in, let her know we sent y'all. Shout out to Take Uno. Take One, the Uno. Listen, dope content creator, man. Tap in with them. Let them know we sent y'all. Y'all already know y'all met Network Calico. Top of the food chain. Tap in with them. Let's see. I know I'm forgetting some names, right? Don't shoot the message. Shout out to LB, the judge. I think he over there with Bambi and them, but they over there doing content. Shout out to the whole Pizzaverse. You know, the Pizzaverse, they family. So if we family, they family. That's how that go. Who else? David Lopez, part of the Pizzaverse. Shout out to him. Shout out to Florida She. This is the sunny state of Florida, one of the superstar. Listen, just went over 10,000 followers on TikTok. Is part of the TikTok affiliation program, doing huge numbers over there. If y'all want to know how to get your TikTok rocking and rolling and all that other good stuff, tap with she. And she also runs a phenomenal YouTube platform. Does a lot of traveling and stuff like that. So tap in with her.
Nice.
That's the home team, man. Yeah, met DGR. DGR, we call him the intro guard, rapper, producer, so on and so forth. He was featured on the next to last issue of the All You Locked In magazine. So if y'all go to the playlist, y'all see DGR, hear his story, hear some of his music. He did some freestyle, so on and so forth. Hear from some of his artists, so on and so forth. Shout out to this is Ghostface Keisha, y'all. Y'all don't know about that name, but I'm gonna let y'all know. This is Ghostface Keisha. Ghostface Keisha is by far the most phenomenal faceless channel out there. Totally mystique, super dope aura, phenomenal presence, hip hop guru, runs this probably like the third or fourth channel I've seen her take over 4,000 subs. So shout out to her. Keep it going, keep it pushing. Hopefully we could get Ghostface Keisha on the issue of the All You Locked In magazine, and y'all can hear her story and so on and so forth. But real dope individual, man.
Nice.
Let me see. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody. Did I forget anybody? No, I think I got everybody. Let me see. Oh, shout out to Haitian Reg, man. Haitian Reg, dope content creator. Does some phenomenal work over there. Shout out to Mint Chip and the whole squad over there. They are dope content creators, family oriented. They're gonna make you feel like family when you go in these chats. Let them know I sent y'all. Let's see. Shout out to my favorite. Always call her my favorite DJ. Shout out to DJ Tanya. Tanya Renee. She runs several channels. She strictly DJs, a female DJ. She on the wheels of steel, plays the latest R&B hip hop. You know it. She got it. It's a fun time. We could catch her Friday and Saturdays, and I think Sundays. Late night, we go over there, we go party, kick our feet up, have a few drinks, and just a fun time, especially to be, online. It's dope experience. Shout out to Oso Sarah. This is by far one of the, I'm gonna call it, she Jamaican. She got to be Jamaican. She got like 60 jobs, 60 different businesses. Listen,
60
by far,
different incomes.
every time I turn around, she got a hand in something, and I'm just so proud of her, man. Keep doing what you're doing. We got your back. Y'all tapping with her. Let her know. You know what I mean? Everybody could use a helping hand, man. Just an extra set of eyes, a like, a share. It helps. It helps. Shout out to Al Jones, Brooklyn. Y'all already know anything Brooklyn related. Y'all already know, man. I'm shouting out Brooklyn. We got this. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Y'all already know, man. It's on fire. The garden over the New York on fire right now, man. We gonna bring this one home. In life, there's several things that I always dreamed of as a child. I played sports. One thing was I always wanted to see a Mets and Yankees World Series. I lived through that. I got to see that. I got to see the Mets play the Yankees in the World Series. My other thing is, I was only 4 the last time the Knicks won a chip. So to be, and hopefully they win it this year, I can say, I lived through the Knicks bringing a chip back to New York. That's what's up. World champ. Wimby, you could get it next year. But this year, go Knicks. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Who else am I forgetting anybody? Oh, and all of these people that if you would like to get on iHeartRadio or on Vince's show, share your podcast, talk about yourself, reach out to him. Reach out to me. I'll get you in contact with him. The calendar, everybody run on calendar now. Get yourself in the calendar, get your platform seen. Let's help us promote you. You got help us promote you, man. Shout out to the more intuitive me. This is by far one of my teammates. This is family, Miss Elizabeth. I'm so proud of what she's doing. She's now monetized. She's another person who went through the program, got monetized, extremely coachable. She got a dope squad over there. It's just a family environment. I always thought, man, tarot reading and gypsies, and I always thought all that stuff was, hocus pocus. Listen, tap in with the more intuitive me. It'll change your mindset on a lot of things, man. It just give you a different way of looking at things. Before you prejudge. Shout out to Gen X. Gen X was one of the individuals who showed me how to who taught me the phrase "you're monetized" the minute you sign up for YouTube. You're monetized. Promote yourself. Promote your product. If you got merchandise, push your merch and get paid. He was getting paid off of merch prior to being monetized, and now he's fully monetized. Shout out to him, man. We appreciate you. And Gen X, we got to get you in the magazine, fam. We definitely got to get you in the magazine, man. New York Nikki, by far, we're waiting for her to change her mind and become a content creator. But New York Nikki is the mod of all mods. She's just like our 269. Probably more than 17 different channels right now. Once she locked in, she there. Trust me, you got a family member for life. And we appreciate her so much, man. Listen, moderators don't get paid, man. They do that from the kindness of their heart. I want to get it to the point where we're able to pay our moderators, man. So if you got a blue rent, you're getting paid anytime I go live. That's how I want it. Hopefully when we get to 100K subs, we can make that happen, Captain. Right now, things rough, but
you're growing.
We're growing. Yep. Shout out to Rochelle. Rochelle already know, man, part of the Mars Squash. Shout out to Natalie, the fabulous Life of Natalie. She's over there. Man, phenomenal channel, dope content creators. The home team. Rochelle is one of the most ruthless moderators that exists. Straight shooter, no nonsense. Mess around and find out. That's all you gotta do. Just mess around, say something slick, and you'll find out quickly. But very, very calm. Once she rock with you, she rock with you. That's family. Shout out to Jess. Jess don't want to be a content creator really either, but she do content every now and then. She, by far, I like her content. I think she should really, put her foot on the gas and go full throttle and just really blow her page out because her content is entertaining. A lot of time when you get on YouTube, you want to be entertained. She is a very entertaining channel. Go check out. Let her know we sent y'all. Ellen Wood, we see you. I see you just pull up in the building, buddy. I'll get back down to you in a few minutes. Shout out to Sin. I think I did Sin. Yeah. Cancer Gang already. Cancer Gang. Y'all know I'm part of the Cancer Crew. July the 10th. Clear the calendar. It's gonna be a big celebration, man. We're gonna party like it's going out of style. Right on the platform. Let's see. Let's see. And that's pretty much everybody. Desiree. Desiree is over there with the more to me and Elizabeth. That's the home team. Y'all already know. And she runs 2 channels, so tap into both her channels. Let her know we sent y'all. Miss Desiree. See, I ain't forget you.
All right.
Shout out to Sassy. Sassy, we know you watching. You always tapped in. We appreciate you so much. Keep doing what you're doing. A lot of behind the scenes, man. Listen, I appreciate it. Anybody that hosts this platform at all, I'm gonna shout you out. Y'all deserve all the credit. I know I'm the one doing the talking, but it takes a team, man. And I have a very strong team. Y'all are family. We're doing this collectively. It ain't, one man or woman above the rest. We all in this together. So again, I appreciate every single one of y'all all the time. Let me see. Okay. Yes, my birthday, July the 10th. July the 10th. The turn up is real. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing. So my granddaughter, bless her soul, shout out to Lauren. Lauren, of course, y'all know I'm a Ralph Lauren fan. Y'all already know that, Lauren, her birthday is July the 9th. But before we get to her, my daughter, the rapper, matter of fact, I'm gonna have her come and send some of her music over and let, she do her thing. She been going crazy on TikTok and Instagram and all that other stuff, but she a dope artist. So Monty, her birthday is July the 4th. Then my son, Chris, his birthday July the 7th. And then my granddaughter's birthday July the 9th. And then my
Back to
birthday
back.
the 10th. So it's like a
Birthday
non-stop
time come.
spending spree. You know, we're gonna, you know how people say we're gonna celebrate the whole month. We really gonna celebrate the whole month of July. Let's get it. We're gonna listen. The
whole month.
entire month of July, I'm stamping it right now. Don't ask. We're gonna turn up every single day for July for all of our cancers and Leo. I think Leo's falling in July, right? All the cancers turn up gonna be real in July. Period. Ellen Wood, salute to you, my brother. Contest winner. Man, keep striving, keep doing what you're doing. Go check his channel out. Dope content creator, man. Super dope. Man,
love
she appreciate you. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, shout out to Mama Love. Mama Love birthday, July the 10th. Special people was born in July, man. All the special people was born in July. You know, I can't. Hey, I ain't make up the rules. You know, I ain't make the news. I just report the news. That's for one of my favorite commentators. You saying, man. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Vince. Again,
Appreciate it.
if y'all would like to get a hold of Vince, at the end of this video, when this video logs off, clock back in and be like, hey, I'd like to, you know, go present my channel to Vince and so on and so forth, chop it up with Vince. And I'll throw you the alley-oop. Get away. If y'all got me on Instagram, if y'all got my email, I'll shoot it over the fence and y'all could connect and do, network. I'm all about helping everybody network on a high level. The boss where we need to get you. Okay, the boss was see. I told you all the special people was born in July. Hands down, I can't. Oh my God, is this what I think it is? Shout out to Lucia. Listen, shout out to Lucia. This is by far another one of my. See, I told you the whole tarot reading world. Now I'm tapped in. So now all of them they family. So shout out to her. She has a dope channel. Listen, y'all go check her content out. Leave a comment on some of her shorts. Let her know that I sent y'all over there. We're gonna blow these channels up, man. We're gonna really get each and every person monetized who are not monetized. If you're not monetized, goal is before the end of this year, getting all of y'all monetized. Some of y'all, I can help y'all do it in 90 days. Some of y'all, in order for me to help you do it, the secret is you got to turn your camera on. You got to come live and do events and so on and so forth. So, and do some collabs. Do some collabs with bigger content creators and get your watch time at a faster clip. I will help you do that. I will either come to your platform, collab with you on the show, let you get all the watch time hours, so on and so forth. Invite the world to come and see, me on your platform, whatever. Yeah, we'll do that. And again, the 90-day monetization calendar is free. If you need one, just hey, Chip, listen, shoot me one over. I'll send it to you in PDF form. You can download it and you can have it. You can have something to look at. It's going to give you all of the SEO. So SEO is basically how you optimize your page and what's going to fully optimize you in the algorithm. So certain words that's hashtagged or tagged that pushes you further in the algorithm. A lot of y'all in your descriptions and in your thumbnails, y'all are not using the proper hashtag, or you're not using a thumbnail. So let me explain this to y'all. If you're imagine you being a fancy restaurant, right? You're a fancy restaurant, but you ain't got no pictures on your menu. You ain't got nothing on your menu. You ain't got no menus. People don't know. The algorithm don't know what to present to people. What you do. Your thumbnail tells them what your show gonna be about. You have to have some thumbnail. I know y'all just want to turn your camera on and just go for it. If you don't know how to make thumbnails, let's work on that together. I can teach you how to make thumbnails in 5 seconds if you just give me the time. It is an easy, super duper easy process. Very easy.
Mm.
Thumbnails and how to pick the proper SEO titles for your videos. So we could get, if you're gonna do a video, you might as well get it seen by as many people as possible. Oh, let me see. All man, listen. Just Live Love Laugh TV. Shout out to them. Listen, phenomenal content creators. Y'all go check out their channel. Let them know I sent y'all. Again, a lot of these content creators were with me when. Let me make sure. Let me tell y'all a brief story, real quick. Okay, so briefly, when I started this channel, this Are You Locked In channel, this Chip underscore LO75 channel, right? I only started it last April, and it was only supposed to teach people how to get monetized in 90 days. That's it. I just wanted to show y'all, and there was so many people that were saying, well, yeah, it's easy to say you could get monetized that fast because you already have 5 channels monetized. So you already have people that can push and watch your channel. So I decided to start from zero. No subs, no people, no nothing, and show you from zero how to get to what you need to get to be monetized. That's what I did. Some people caught on. Some people followed the trend and they went and their channels is monetized too. I call them the class of 2025. Others, took their time. They did videos, stop. Algorithm kick them out. Algorithm take them back in. Needless to say, we're gonna get y'all monetized 2026. That is the goal. Y'all gonna get y'all graduation papers 2026. If you follow the calendar, I swear, I don't know if Morgan's still in here though. Anybody who I've sent that calendar to, if you in the chat, just put a 1 in the chat and please just let it be known. Did the calendar help you in any way, shape, form, or fashion from where you at now to where you are now? From the time I gave you the calendar, anybody. If I gave you a 90-day monetization calendar, put a 1 in the chat because it's easy for me to say, yeah, well, right now we sitting at okay, bam. So we got Nicole Ray, phenomenal content creator, by far one of the top of the class in 2026. First I like you. How long have you had the calendar? If you could type in the chat, Nicole, how long you had the calendar? Because I'm going to show y'all the magnitude of this calendar. I really take my time and really dissect your channel. I give your channel a full makeover. Okay, so she had the calendar for 3 weeks or less. In that 3 weeks or less time, how many subs and how many watch time hours did you get since receiving the calendar?
It's 3 weeks too.
Let's see. Hustle man got what? Let me see. I'm just waiting her to calculate how many watch time hours and how many new subscribers did she get since receiving the calendar. Okay. I'm at 122 subs and 38 watch hours since the calendar. So again, I'm telling y'all people, I promise you. Matter of fact, If I give you the 90-day calendar and you follow it and you don't get monetized, I'll give you my channel. I'll give you any one of my monetized channels. If I put together a 90-day calendar for you and I send it to you and you don't get monetized,
Mm.
I'll give you one of my monetized channels. Email, lock, all the bells and whistles is all yours. That's how confident I am at what I do and able to do per se. We by far we have the All You Locked In team collectively birthed the most monetized channels as a team.
Mm.
In this year's time period, we have over 36, 37 people monetized. That is fact. See, Vince is good. It's really good if
Mm.
I got big numbers and I'm doing 10,000 subscribers and I'm got 500 in the chat, whatever the case may be. It look good, but who can I teach to run
Right.
numbers like this? See, a lot of these platforms collectively we worked together and we built and we built and we built, and now they're able to run their own deal. They only come back for like huge shows like this, like, hey, tap in, check in, salute, blah, blah, and they back to running their deal. Okay, Lucy, appreciate you for stopping through. So, again, you want to talk? You scared? You want to say something? Huh? Come on. Come here. Who are you?
Jordan.
They can't hear you. Who are you?
Jordan.
Jordan? What do you want to be when you grow up?
A YouTuber.
A YouTuber. Okay, so as a YouTuber, what do the people need to do? What do the people in the chat need to do?
Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. If a 7-year-old can understand that, listen, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this so that when I ain't here, my grandson ain't got to work for nobody. He can take over they could take over my channels.
That's that generational wealth.
Yeah. And you can find me and him on YouTube. We'll be on Fortnite together. Tearing it up on my gaming channel. I'm just telling y'all.
Beautiful, Chip.
This is how it is. The crazy thing, everybody has a channel. You got the same opportunity to help people get free. You know what? That's the new mission. I'm trying to help everybody get free, man. Debt free and financially independent. I thought, hey, you hit 100,000 a year, man, you free. Nah. 8,000 a month go quickly if you got mortgage and car payments and it goes fast. So she said, and I just did 2 interviews. See, so I'm telling y'all, it works, man. She's working. That's all. She's working. Her hand pass off. And we salute you, Nicole, wholeheartedly. But Vince, we ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, my brother. We appreciate you. Anything you want to tell the people before we jump up off here? I need to grab me something to eat.
I want to say thank you, to all your subscribers and family, even the youngins, man, that's watching what you're doing. And I want to tell you thank you, because without you tonight, there would be no voice for me to be able to share to those that needed to hear and to escape wherever they needed to escape from, to be part of what we had to offer tonight. and for us to be able to give a platform to those that, even if they have platforms, like you said, we have to, in order to reach the top of that mountain, each one teach one. We got to push each other instead of pull each other down. You know what I mean? We got to push each other up and share my info with each and every one of them. You know, it doesn't matter whether they got one follower or one hit record or ain't no hit records and no followers. We're still here for them because they're part of the culture. They're part of this universe. And the only way we're going to change the algorithm is to self-employ one another to do so, because it ain't going to take money to do this. It take knowledge and confidence, you know, because the money is going to run people away from it, you know, because you ain't going to be able to share it with everybody. So a lot of people will turn against you. But if you share the knowledge and infrastructure, would only do one thing: help them to curate their families, their grandkids. Like what you just did tonight was something amazing. You brought your grandson to the table, and he's very, 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 very well mannered. I mean, you can't. You won. That's you won that. You know, that's something, Chip Low, that we all need to do. You know, and all it take is just opening up the door for one at a time. You know, like you said, when you started with one, you went to two, and then here you are now, adding on more and more to the plate because it's only growing. You like to connect the dot. You know, you without your movement, some people will get lost. But because you chose to allow me on there to voice my opinion. Maybe everyone may not have grabbed it, because the process of doing it takes time and years and money and experience, but it gives hope. You know, I hope that my voice and what I've said can deter someone to continue struggling what they're doing, so that they can educate somebody that's right behind them. And at the end of the day, we never too old to do it.
That's a fact.
And I thank you for having me on your show tonight, for me to express, you know, what questions that you have had for me, as well as your guests. You know, because at the end of the day, I don't think anybody can say it any better. Frankie, Beverly, and Mays, we are one. You know, and that's what it is, man. Thank you.
Man, oh man, oh man. Y'all already know, man, the saying of the day, man, please be the best you that you could possibly be. And I see each and every single one of y'all at the top. Salute.
You already. Salute, gang.
Salute.